Nhyira FM ashaho ebasa automatically no ye chew £5 and €5 and you more Europe. So America na Canada ye chew $10 for free. O send this cancel yento we. Tap send it there. No fee.
Hey, they just say okayo. Tap send. Papa no.
Yeah, Ojo. What's on this channel? Okay, any mama check them some from. Kaish, soon tap send party jack. Mama we are saying can you? Hey, me ndaba.
Ofa, pacha mama from.
He no kwa woni abri say.
Masonya ye hye nana.
Na den.
Se ba bia meti ye tumi o. E na me wo fa send me sika. Di nkan wo de kosi wo bisu ni pakro.
Happy new month. And 2nd February 2026. Na ya tena se ye gise adumienu ne be sorry. Of course na yakofa adum kase no. Eddie Abraham full house garbage Gabi the foreigner already seated in chairman in some no obobo do na no de ebreng awdwumade no so ansana ye defisam and so etimi ade atom so awo ayedwumade no so ti join live awo YouTube in Short TV na ebra ya tena say ye did the Monday edition I've been sure digital passport dwumade also etimi a part of the show, but first of all so subscribe channel na subscribe mommy na fe for message no aka ho garu chom ya kwam ne pampam chow messages amodi abani nyina no ya bekenkan enso atimi adi amamo na weekend ni na nyasam ketwa above Europe and obafia na the tennis Premier League is getting interesting and nyasam ketwa bra jumadi no so no ye keka edeko na wiye no na the tennis league leaders Arsenal I'm to at least ekotwa me kan nine am at least for no amo entimi ante na Chelsea in a space of 1 week o my comeback muni na mi bisa say na ai akwa no Liam Rosene anti Rosie akwa munye shows wo ba Benin o African o enti akwa me suspect na kakra say in a space of 1 week utumi ye comeback muni a emsa de na state mi enti Chelsea after sana game ye 2-2 no among ebenya ayatago 2 Enzo Fernandez among winning game no Liverpool so chere sa fi niema nkoye de ram say Newcastle won dem so mutimom pa omu twoma kan 9-4 ama Newcastle for no omu take no aye bako. Then comes Manchester United, the team of the moment, team only a bona eka 1 second kwa so a two a ye bete atisa de bako de aka ho. If I the answer game at a point near 2-2 Fulham for no, Van California stubborn. But in the name no, I tell for Mama Mimpa Benjamin Sesko as chow. Say coach Bakuna name you. Benjamin Sesko. Aquania strike a papa. What 10 or cut and you what just say? Go post no grown the Huya Sak a Branteno. About one of the Atuatama Manchester United. Shamian she. Almost Shamian Sama Fulham at Chicano a Yemilua. And also bedding common about Jumadi so Nami be so 20 for no. Dear na pep I as want me to be pep too much. I don't know after Sana City as a 2 no Todium ever take no Emano a year 2-2. Of course La Liga so El Chetifie Barca Cochoma Camienza. I'm take cano a year bako. Real Madrid and Sutifie. I'm a semi ama Eva Cano at a cano bako elsewhere. I will Italy so the criminal certificate Cochomo. Any other games in Nano, Hong Kong, our ha. As if for Minister Garbage Trasia or the room. Na by Munich, no, I don't know. I'm some far pano, above from Kakran, a hamburger, and almost 2-2, and also some our ha. Na a say Yadidi Abefe, Ghana Premier League, Monday 21. Na a tear for the tennis, a pound out of loss. Coach Bashi Herford. Before this game, any man kui, into game way. Na amo any abre promise ya kotoka kamienza asante ko take no eye baako hands of folk ani bechem board draw will be engineer and as usual ko didi drama ni brofo akese na anse kwaba na ya be dis ankomo no enso to media mamo any the other games no yenua pole amobeke commercial sana ko ewuram ewo instructor branch no konya ne baby ekoye no ene exactly 1 year branch no enso efim yama abusuani nyina ya akonom nhyeden minim say justice abeko edi ama poli this how many more insurance 4.5 for Yatanas ya Bobo Ninano, na yede ebem nemom gise Gabi Turam Gabi the foreigner. For Odian, Eshejumediana say a free aye amonene. Good morning, we are in the month of love in Tien Koswa na yen show aye love. Happy new month to Ubia Utej Medina fee, yen fej medino, and shasin free amane. Ba no enkomana bibri biso sanyen normal because in football ataka bibi the new manager bounce no ense no na aye adwuma de Manchester even so enya no nko the psyche of the players and pay Lisandro Martinez kra no aka ose osho opani no na management a fekeke se de oni players be din komo ebe mu se ball no nimbo de wi on staff Manchester United din komo no omu fu se ni nyina ka ho bi Edna ama Manchester United result no and so so be so few so too early because I name it say a normal and so our football then the second one no person me can na me toma wana baby our person the start biano na or they started the second one is our own Thomas third party as you say Usina Kadema aye Villarreal I Spain nan head coach Yefano Marcelino Garcia. Now Penino she answer draw for na all Casano and no didn't say be kotu dana and some no be my trusted ne kakab and the drew maybe some maybe among for redeem meanings into it in tea and na amo can sadia yenti opening and kasa semben and na waka at the afa our own Thomas Partey as a party day now for yen fan start yen discussions no and anopay
of the players who had an acceptable level, let's say, and so that's what we did. As for Thomas, we know at Arsenal, well, there's a world of difference, It's very difficult to play in today's football at this pace. So, well, I think it's been months and it's enough. Tough time for this player to show us what he was or what he's showing.
Okay. Enti Villarreal no coach offense Marcelino Garcia na Okonsen Jofo anim na omubusa nansen Thomas Partey ase hu no so see academy Villarreal na what is the problem dey na ekoso ntia Partey emo games and opani ni say wiase no kra ba kope Partey na no omunim no wo Arsenal mo gina so kofa no enye sa Partey no mu no ewo so be Villarreal Jessica na osia Brandon ni pace or the bobo ni ade na no oba Villarreal ohun kra Partey fa bibia sronku bi emfa Villarreal omo so game na omo bo abo experience enuti na ama na nsen yenta Partey se osia kan enso de ma aye ni team no na no na yala say amidim no pe mu ni amako media no so especially X na me ade I don't know I'm on for twist so ne kaka ebi mo so coach no kra no so reading meanings into it that I so che say Partey sabi sa ne rape case na wo ho no I say amana attention achemienu amana attention mu achemienu enti Partey attention e de bobo ni say ni ho as an attention in na court case and enti na ma say Partey kra no enti but so we tie coach ni dia I say performance enye bibia say de amanfo enso ekano no ensam yenu baby a one person odi ehase di fribia no na odi ahase di free quick one na fi yemfa kodi eye the UEFA Champions League ahon enkomo aya mama shase yemfa fi ho Manchester United man ke Carrick 2 games City was share Arsenal share if you said the na magic no then our own party enso issue baby ade ehase fribia
Is there what I'm going to do?
Sure.
Eti mame emfama no ntum yenua pattern sense no me kaipa time of Villarreal yo imagine some better party no na coach Marcelino Asian some trophy no mobusa na say Argentina Villarreal eni agise o mokoko fa party asuma Marcelino kan and say Miguel Angel our your more sporting director per the profile ono Marcelino now ye coach of Villarreal a share about Partey Intia or Jutu mu say obey a good addition to my team no. The experience Partey the Babe can't team no. Now say Oka say experience Oka the number of years Partey at the highest level. Oka experience Oka Partey wabo the Spanish La Liga abon ye aswitch ako the English Premier League akobon ye
and coming back.
Oka experience Oka Partey wabo big clubs Atletico Madrid, Arsenal. Ho pressure na wo no som the demands no mo targeting ya kese empochi Villarreal team na assign no. Enti he saw Partey as a very, very experienced addition to the team. Now, Metesa all counting on experience. And I'm able to say, but Villarreal team, there's already Danny Perajo, who is very, very experienced. And or Spanish. Onumpoku de o make any switch nko baby am my league ni man ote. Enti is it only about experience in Turo Moko top Partey na? Say experience nko dia then Danny gives Villarreal that already. Maybe there my hope was that say Partey rape issues ne ba ye no. Say you be a unim English for now, you know Partey will not survive in England. A bad they say Arsenal be extending the contract, and a bad they say any Premier League club ever sign a Partey on. And see, look at what happened to Mason Greenwood. On a quality, a minimal change Partey,
Sure.
But he couldn't survive even as a young guy. At Manchester United or Bournemouth Academy, and no credit he couldn't survive. Till today. Senka can talent in Kwaneba Oba. Oh, come on. Obet me aboma you. Obebo big clubs in the Premier League. Baby, see, nobody is interested in him because of Sa tag now a title. So Partey was never going to survive in the Premier League. Okay, statement Villarreal de buy when almost say Partey no. Say omo mano, the presumption of innocence, and that until say court in be prove say Abrante any a guilty no. Omo emfa ntare no honam say oye nipa boni ni, and according to the natural laws we are no say ye mu awofa ness asem no udi bumbem
Sure.
and tell into omo fa Abrante now. From that time in the scene, as well Marcelino can say, look, Partey is out of pace for ball on best of ball. And then is a coach being so blunt. Rich, for typical listeners of Insure Sports, you can be out of pace. And then a coach is best of the coach is best of change and say, Bona Villarreal for the bottom. A quite of us or mobile born. The real must show money on my our park and so no. As a partition, so. Yes, that is a simple way with my church a layman. I say, Coach the Basocha say, Patepano Munino, ni profile lady now why you're paying to Mokoto on the buyer. Or should they so? Now, Rich, say, Coach, but to the noob to say, Partey answer them who born so. Do you blame Omo analysis of the matter and link it to the problem now or one another? No. Because Makachi say, Eliasiwe, it starts from our mind. And to get the best out of you on any job, you need to have a clear mind to do the job. Se bibi edu demo adwiri mu a emwoma wa ho for money e kwa wo so fa so ye adwuma no NCP you can
Nancy hu bi o arao me
we can shy away from it
uma me nkwadima ho me
yes yen can
na me nkra me minds na me mraba
me nkotete
so a court case na
of course now if you see party do you ocean nim din ni dimina do you think on jengeng na no so there is a guy who is going through it mentally. My only problem is which I even know it is not enough. Villarreal any situation on a party woman. What kind of psychological assistance? But Rich, as a student of psychology, I can tell you, say, so far as the case is ongoing, you can give Pate the best psychologist in the world. He will still not be up to 100%.
As I'm in Kanye, only fit.
Yes.
The implications.
Even the tassel of Mako court, ye tuashene, Mako kamasem, lawyer frame, my name lawyers was session and you look. You can't take that out of his mind. Unti me crazy. Because honest psychologist in the session now, he enters another session with the lawyers. As someone who can ask them the same issue. It is difficult. My only problem, and I say, I wish Marcelino am making public. Because a bit deep party situation. I just wish, sir, for diplomacy, for the psychologist consultations, and me a coach, you know, and then kasaya, and come back and say, to make my job easier, everybody don't make any pronouncement in public about the guy. Now, Rich, but I want to say, after this comment from the coach, separated here, how will he feel?
Oh, no,
already,
no issues
yes, already he's going through it. Then now it is coming to affect the sporting Nyoma all year because it is coming from the coach on any year day to day, and the coach is saying, "Come on,
I'm fitting into my.
You are not playing at the level now, yes." But say, "Oh, it's a whole pandemonium, and it is very, very bad." Now, for the interest of Ghana, we are close to the World Cup. And Marcelino is giving us heads up the party we are going to have for the World Cup. We are not going to have full party at the World Cup. It's really they know the situation around party. I was say a deal with. Now, Rich, it will be on the sensational stats Carrick Enya at Manchester United. Maybe they are no man getting you. First one, the fact that fundamentally what changing formation permanently to a 4-2-3-1 no a big money. Say me analyze it, the transformation now the Amama Yuna. Because Obakaya Tawana Morum was being stubborn about the three back. I gave him the patience, probably will grow. Then two things happen along the way. Okay, Tamambeka said, I've seen enough. And I believe, say, Mecca almost suggests, say, also you a pamo amorim no. Simply because I thought, say, he was being too stubborn with the tactics. No? And that's not a year me say Manchester United games are in games where Amorim could have gotten the best out of the team. Now obetimi a giant a three back no abebo four back. Now ye ni sound common and no Amorim na nkasa abeji two mu say enko hunu ntaba enko tie. And that's what who say Manchester United obey situation now money did come ko actually no. One said the best thing is to switch because in Pimpre fall back the buano as a team than the way stubborn say or bono. And Michael Carrick came to meet a situation where already Man U was in transition from the 3 back to a 4 backer. Now and on now Mourinho started to say or to say that is the best for the team. And Oba or boss formation come. Putting the right places, the right players in the right formation, or more natural position. They told me, near dance here, the relationship between Amorim and the players in the but from afar, say no tie in some can say, Media Macache could be mine so on Bruno and their preposition. Media Macawe na. Say no tie the way Amorim Kasana. You could deduce, he's not a good communicator in the dressing room.
Lisandro Martinez.
Yes, you could clearly see
communication very clear.
Exactly.
And then the man management, excellent.
Fantastic. And you could clearly see that they were lacking it from Amorim.
And can to the sense say, Adia, Michael Carrick ba why no. Also the tikran is what this you. No job over here.
So Michael Carrick has been able to manage players in Ama. Now they are ready to play for him. And that is very, very important. Maybe the church also so and he said, even though he set the tone, set himself up for success, Mijiri said 2 games in Obuano.
Okay.
The magnitude of the games. He didn't not only hear any extra motivation to the players. Game Nankasa de no buy. You must get into the mood already. Because a Manchester derby and a game against Aston and the Emirates, it doesn't come big, say. And it's almost say, who say, oh, I'm ready to do something newer. Then this is the time. These are the games. And games will are rich. You don't even need to talk much as a coach.
Okay.
The players are already motivated. So, by the consistency. Now that will be big games in the relatively the smaller clubs now. Where does the players find their motivation? Would they play with that same concentration? There were times Amorim was talking about the same thing, say, playing the big boys, or he said that any problem. But to find the consistency and the mentality and the concentration to play the lives of Fulham, Bournemouth, Mono, and one the way they switch off now.
Okay.
It's Carrick must work on that. Now and all my intimate MKE for Emmanuel.
Yanka you for say draw no.
I
start answer.
Okay,
so drew baby you picking a life now. I'm the door and drew baby hunyana ebe fa na yenso hu said hu so no besi akokovi Brian da and some of that body the others also chewa the found biana.
Rich, I think that regardless of near a 2 Union Thomas party, he didn't also get to Villarreal at the right time. He went to Villarreal at a time where in the position of Bono, there were players who have played there for the club, for the Yellow Submarines for a very long time, and they are seen to be very, very important for the grand scheme of things of Villarreal. And again, there was also a young player, African descent, which in Semna Marcelino Kana. I will not be surprised that he's talking about, he's making a subconscious comparison between Thomas Partey and Papi Gay. Because to be very honest with you, in my quest as an analyst to watch Partey or Villarreal consistently, I've ended up falling in love with Papi Gay and in the Jimoyama of Villarreal.
Because he's young.
He's younger.
Partey AG. Also issues.
Oh yeah. Black person like you. Usually we black people in the context of football are seen as more athletic profiles. Otimi carry ball ne konenim, otimi the ball ne kwechire, otimi wini ball ne back. And you see, again, how Villarreal elbow ball is not too far off how Arsenal were playing.
And the same.
It may not be exactly the same. Yeah, but similarities are
okay. And then maybe say
exactly. Oshe on my team now. There's sometimes where they've played Danny Pareo and Papi Gay, where Danny Pareo at some point in time has had to sit in the hole to orchestrates the game to dictate the pace of the game. Then Papi Gay be the box-to-box player, because usually under Marcelino is a 4-2-3-1. And every time, even including the African Cup of Nations, and yet time being a partiabo. Because there have also been some very young players from Villarreal Academy, you know, who are sharper and quicker than him. Maybe if it was a much more relaxed Villarreal team, now Pateko, they didn't have that depth in quality and he could have still played. I just think there is two major things that's working against him. One, the experience of Parejo and the fact that when in Villarreal team, he understands how Villarreal wants to play. He, under even Una Emery going to the Europa League next man, he has been there and back for Villarreal team. And against what Papi Gay is doing consistently for Villarreal, has been top. And he can't take anything away from him. Yes, of course, from the psychological point of view, the Arthur Thomas Day party obviously will put him in a place where almost every time, baby Sano, so what's your party? I've seen Villarreal fans, quote unquote, boo Thomas Day party, so called warm up keke. Yes, to the videos. Jeff Mumbinya Bibre amount. Where Thomas Day party, Marcelino friend so called warm up. Then on the touchline, the Villarreal fans are hissing and then they are booing.
I see also.
It's the psychological drawback, no, definitely about affecting. Or nipa or get on the park with baby son who say even the teammates on your mobile ball can how do they see him? Do they still trust him? Say no muhuno, ni coach in a crampo. Of course, also given the fact that before Senator Thomas Sepati team, people in Bira will ask questions until when the sporting director came to tell us, say, and even the club put out an official statement to say until Partey is proven guilty by a competent court of jurisdiction, they are not going to go on and then say that Partey is guilty. Hence, they'll let him play his football. So, those are the things. I just hope, say, Senior Bela Crampona, as the time goes on, you still find.
So, which party is your because on your name?
Oh, the face will pass. To
the extent that wow, team and the money I can say was in England, they are fine.
Yeah.
But when they were moving from England to a different jurisdiction, which is Spain.
Yeah.
And away there, one team now bono.
Yeah.
Supported that. Even if Florida warm up, no move.
Yeah.
I'm in a situation.
Say a global village in the home CC. A global village. A money biana or England, no. They're the same things, they're the same ones in the whole Spain. He has to just take it on the chin and then roll with it. Or I'm sure Partey himself understands, but that doesn't mean that it will not happen to him. Rich,
you're the best coach.
I think, say, Michael Carrick is intelligent, and I think that's the intelligence that he has that is giving him the success. And when I say intelligence, it's not just about tactics. I think Michael Carrick, for me, the very first thing when he came to Manchester United is to identify the low-hanging fruits. And the low-hanging fruits was Harry Maguire. The low-hanging fruit was Leandro Martinez. The low-hanging fruit was Kobe Mainoo. Which is a who rather MBM. Now, a person will make it change as the leader. You find the people that you can easily make a quick change with. So Kobe Mainoo obviously didn't get the love that he expected to get under Ruben Amorim, and he gave him the love. One, by changing the tactics, finding him a place or park and so, and also obviously letting the boy understand say, "Boy, which again, Leandro Martinez say Michael Carrick is clear in his thoughts. And he knows exactly what he's saying. Of course, Michael is an Englishman or a legend of Manchester United. He knows the things that Obeka is turning around what people think and what people say about him. And the right things Obeka will media him. He knows how to approach and meet the media, and he has that training to that effect. For him, that is not a big deal. But I think one of the most important things that Carrick has done may not be the holistic change of United system, no, but the profiling of the players in the system. Ehina Bruno Fernandes bebo, ehina Kobe Mainoo bebo, ehina Casemiro bebo. And I've said it several times. The most important thing for me, the most important change has been Patrick Dogu. Dogu essentially starting as a winger, but then to add defensive cover to Luke Shaw. But in all of that, the team, aircon anymore. He has the license to go inside because Luke Shaw be keep away to anymore. So these small things have been very important. And the fact that we experienced in terms of Manchester United and the games that come, Rich, sometimes you don't need too much to play against Arsenal. And inside the BS, I say, Kofi Yabo Man City, Yabo Arsenal, Sino Nyanto because it is Manchester City at the
intrinsic motivation.
Yes. Carrick has played it before. Even as a player, hardly did he lose against City. He will know how to get the best against them. It doesn't mean that he has not done enough. He has done a very good job in getting the best out of Manchester United. I shall number one radio station. Dear Santaman Adi Atuminium, who call YouTube Amakato say subscribe. Sanya be anytime be a better life be an one sat to me come. After video be a tom and I was so at me kana ayakama. I know a comment on riches me don't be nabre, not working Kenina and so the about. I want to show with us now you two na fe, ya conclofa amansona yedi and Kobaka Kana on transfer. I'm not under better as a Crystal Palace Bokono, woman with 121 days in come. Na eno aya branta the team and some addition against Trent Larsen. One aya striker after some open from Wolves corner. No da bida. Yasi a Crystal Palace for acquire at the corner. Aya 43 million pounds. Na sa bid in Yasi Wolves for and Yanjatum at a na Baba Shakai and Yama Crystal Palace Bobo corner. As a Palace for the DDA passer. A branta the Felipe Mateta. One ansubet Miako. Yet to send Northern Forest. Eka so many Jean Felipe Mateta. Woman subet sign no. I'm a similar Boboko no. Answer the Baba Shum so many Jean Philippe. Woman up here. After Strand last number. Na I Matata and Quack no pay. Reporter Mensaka said, it's enough for being coming in area. Ankas and Kenyan Kabia could not mass and the moment almost Debbie. 1%. Woman your federal medical checks. Our branch and Sana. They do the Beko to no mama branch and a saya. What me say, Edema Esima and Boboko into reporter. Mensaka says Jean Philippe Mateta. They move to AC Milan so now on hold in Comano Egusat as a Etota and Copumsa and then 11. APM Amononafe, Janko Air 12 no, Epianat as a Saturno, and so Etime, Abamania reporter, Eba Dumedio Sanano Penicate, Adamandada Hofengolo Conte, one a player, Hermana Itiat, Ayaboboko reporter Mensaka, as a Fanabato Baka last week, and I'm back at us a Fanabati Bobokono, Edin Comama, Money I Itiat, Edin Comana, Ebedu Babina Comano, Kamea say, Aquaquinam, Wamun Trust winning Comani Beam, Ama, Ababa told us, oh, well, not just a Branton and Timanco reporter, Mensaka, as and Comodina, Nada. Asai ama no humni suye pa ata so mo hese Ngolo Conte ebetimi akona yase aritia the force so meja Ngolo Conte amana ba Fanabati dia Fanabati e player ni din e de Nasre anka o mo he na nka Nasre enso amra aritia de se sadio ni go through dia and na chese Ngolo Conte enso etimi aba Fanabati esan so mo odidie pa se wo matete krampa se abranta ni din adi Karim Benzema ebi ono so be free aritia de boboko no ako Al Hilal and to say Kobaza, one also back up the animal Baba Tompai and Tomina El Nasra, one also at Maba Yadmano at the moment, reporter, Mensa Eka, our Dumadios and Anno Peno, make it to the amount, make off full on Bobocono, not Macro Codin Como, not full on Echo P. Edwin and Hoven, not Omope Ricardo Air Papi, Yasin Comono Eto Jayepa, Amatasa, Omer Rivier, Anka Kuday Eba, Edwin Yakokwatia, Yasin Tuna Nanka Kudanum, Adi Buffalo 37 million euros, na Anope. Yasin Crawford does Soria. What was it 37 million euros in a sub package? And now there's some bedia to Omaginasa. Essence Ricardo Air Papi and Nakodanum, when in Bonnie Boye Pa. And this Akobasa, a full and 4 air pound no padia. And this is Kanomudi Biakaho, and this is Bianca Padia, and there's Akodani Aba, and the South Dino so Oma calling off. And we are reporter Mete from Fulham Akata Nano Peno, make it to the Edia Dambo, Nabrine Zaragoza, Essani, my buy and a Bobocono, Abranta. The coin and bonum and said down for papa and for my could as a fifth one said then your bimbo reporter Mensaka as another Yahuno our room Roma or Branton and Amno Yaso Quaco signing Adama AS Roma Bobocono a loan deal and a brand Zaragoza a Quaco sign loan in Panavia I dare say woman and so option so Betimato Brantano Amon Sweaty Messaka Adama AS Roma Bobocono and a reporter Brian Zaragoza if Yakudana Kate Eba Ewodumadio so
ho Ademola Lookman and Wada one so yehu no Madrid kodwe mu ho sisia de ade enya move na mobaka ni deal ana chaso di fra Atlanta ekwa Inter no ehun semba be data ama brante kra kwati atwa kra mpo se anya de so bedwa ni Inter ama ati so yasanka brante no eba aye Spain aba be sia kan no so ehun sem kokoye data but this time there do no anya go through another yehu brante no abo Madrid kodwe mu ho ni nyina so kwa sane adema Atletico Madrid boboko no enti ye na Nigeria ni no but ade se sia do benya brante na anum aye Atletico Madrid dealer wadi eko no 35 million euros no fixed price and sana 5 million eka hom any advance bibia ewe pay Ademola Lookman edi kwakwesi akan Adema Atletico Madrid no kobaka kwanso a etotwa awodumade so eno ada reporter menseka ayasa Mike Mereno akoda ni plan nya yepra na yepra be ha dwene yepa yeso be surgery enom aye nenan no anayase kwaka na sa ayasa prawe no ko surgery na dami se season offer na sa ebia Arsenal for some better player there and eto et Mikel Arteta so wanem aye ni pay for better na from ma he say ebia abanto benya replacement e dia man na ana deadline day enom aye reporter efi Arsenal kate eba wodumade so na no pen me katre e dia man na Tarik George aye Ghana ni ba wasaye Nigeria ni ba wotimi sia kan ma Ghana wotimi sia kan edema Nigeria better me di won komade ma me make we kra fama reporter me saka say Ghana Football Association yasi Omar Richie to Abrante no ata so mo we say ebia akura no betimi ene Ghana akọ World Cup na 2026 dey ya yeko e USA ana afe aye Canada ana Mexico na Tarik George yasi Ghana for no Richie to Abrante no na Nigeria for no yeso omudi nkan Nigeria for tetewa o yabekọ china ana Ghana for di nkan ti yawe say bia Tarik George be di penia so baba be sia kan dia ma Ghana na say Nigeria ana say England one no betna enum aya Abrante ni this is na wonu so be make but this is where dia wo manya make dada ene ya make say Abrante no eko aye Everton na se bibia nsi kwan a eso kwan ni medicals no edema Everton boboko no anti Tarik George from Chelsea wo be call loan ewo Everton na feso Abrante na timi anya full playing time so abo ene ya reporter men saka ewo tumade so na ya se ne full salary sanity won ebeba na we na Everton ana tese ebefa ne salary ni nyina na omuwie so a option to buy no enye mandatory set internet se Chelsea eton Abrante no edema Everton boboko no eno ya Tarik George reporter if you could not catch up, I would do my so now. I could away Wadada Chelsea for Abrante didn't Eddie Jeremy Ejake. I could away Chelsea for the whom Adam Cacho so born a Kamapa and T Omunya Premier League Nama Betty Abwa. Anna Chelsea for Nia could I think Coma Anoma Tom project in Diamano na Anua dear Tia and air transfer deadline day no. Yasi Liverpool for Quadada Codano na Liverpool for say yenim sa de ya omo kan say dia ye di ti obum awo Romeo Lavia ho no enua bi no mo so aye no enti we de 1-1 draw esum bi ani atire na no da na omo pe Romeo Lavia no wo mo ni Romeo Lavia din ko na ye di mirika ten ani akofa akoda na nya no kwa yesa yo mo Moses Casado bi nti no we kwa de 2-1 enti akama na say omo sante o Chelsea akate enti Jeremy Jake yasu project o makoton dia makoda no enya sam gutu akra yasa akoda ne hwedi amesa position no yase Chelsea fire o madwensa Abrante ni dinedi Jos Kofia champion Chelsea nya o madwensa o beton akoda no esa se Chelsea se project na ya kama edema akoda nti se pa se wo beton Jos champion de anya de sa de no besi ansime no so aba enti yasa akoda ne hwedi no se dabi project na Liverpool edema no project aba kama nti wate ase 60 million euros plus 10 million add-ons no eka wan Jeremy Jake what the free start rename aba be sia kan adema Liverpool bobo kontia no reporter men saka na yesi nesama ana koda no enso ebeba na Liverpool bobo kono wa ba be bom no reporter men saka nti Jeremy Jake enyama no Chelsea se sisia no yɛkɔ back to Batan yankase player ɛyɛ Mama Dusa yɛsɔ ɔmo no kɔ de wadi AFCON enti ɛkyerɛ hɔ ɔno na boy ɔno na replace ɛyɛ Khalid Koulibaly ata so ɔtwerɛ ɛkyerɛ ɔma Senegal enya ɛdi AFCON di so ɔmo na so enti sɛ wutumi hodi na uhodi o player bi te sɛ Ibrahim Diaz a wubɔtɔ sɛ ɛyɛ enti mpato akoda no yɛsɛ ma nabam anɔpa yɛ reporter mensɛka ɛsɛ ɔbɛba bɛlande ɛwɔ London na afei ne America bibia na go to na Mama Dusa abasan ɛsɛ kan ɛde ama Chelsea from Strasbourg ɛne yɛ reporter mensɛka ɛwɔ dwumadie so na anɔpa yɛ meka kyerɛ ɛde ama na of 121 the bobo reporter mensɛka ɛsɛ ɔma wiewiewie bibia ahe commerce akoda no ɛba for miliki dumase na wɔn nso aba bɛsi akan ɛde ama ɔmo reporter mensa kan ayɛ sɛ ɛyɛ loan deal na akoda no bɛbɔ ɛyɛ 1 million euros na ɔmo tua na release cost anaasɛ option to buy no ɛyɛ 7 million ti wɔn ma na kyerɛ bɛ 8 million euros ana ɔmo de to ayɛ ahead commerce ɛnti ano yɛ reporter efi wɔ vuon to na akate ɛde ba sankrofo wei na yɛ ne ɔmo boy a wɔn si yɛ nya na ɔmo mu Chelsea players na mo deɛ bɛba abɛyɛ ɔmo ho adwuma mo ma me nkɔm na ɔmo ho adwuma ɛwɔ hɔ na Alison Santos wonom aye pese no see kind of sporting CP reporter menseka say wokɔ Napoli club mu akoda na ba ata say wono so accelerated them document no bibia aye ready verbal agreement and so aye ready be 2 days ago ana to so mo written agreement no enti ano aye ska abrante no ono so esika wodi ba be wram no ni nyina aye 15 okay aye 18 million euros 18 million euros emom no edi nka na 3 million aye loan enti aye loan no odiba so bolo ni wia option to buy no 15 million euros na that me say 18 million euros ana SS in Napoli and the top brand the team at Alison Santos inti anu ya dia akoda no efina kate eba e dwumade so na no pay no me pimetire edi ama na David Daito for na akoda ne ko Turkey wodi kan akọ Germany ana wasaba na Chelsea yesa man so edi ne ko Turkey okoba ya ne ya na chese so na obe hadwene enti pato Chelsea assignment so ade ne ko Strasbourg bobo kono yese onkonkobo ho se ne mu mia e bia dan chanko ya bia se ye behia na Chelsea asakọ akọ form de back enti David Dato for na akoda no sign Cologne anu ye Strasbourg bobo kono of France anu aye dealer menseka e wotumade so na no pay make it e de ma na yase na nkasa de se nyame etese project ni de tu anima we ye de won sabakanti pato we are football at Temie pa na se saso we nsom na mubaka yabo club world cup na club world cup na yabo Chelsea ana tese omofa club world cup no enso edi eso na so na teama ne din enso ede Sanders wo mu aye teama wo mu awo Mexico nche ho ana tese wo mu nso ewo na omo abrante ba kwa ne din edi Obed Vegas ho ana na tese Sanders bobo kona ho ana koda na tese wo wo sia kan na time FIFA Club World Cup no eba so no central for ye ta koda we ana interview no ani ebisa nse muna Atletico Madrid ana eba bebo Atletico Madrid wo bi yetim ketwa kra anti mutimi de musu akra na mu adi de sembe timi Atletico Madrid abo na akoda ne ka tese wono wo sopa satam no na tese wo 19 years na ono Atletico Madrid e club no ono wo so nyina team o support ay Atletico Madrid nti wono ono Atletico Madrid eba bebo no esaye extra motivation kra edema abusia na reporter menseka say a year on akoda na wo se ne nkoda blame support Atletico Madrid to akoda no antipato Obed Vegas akoda ne ba be sakan adama Atletico Madrid o ma wie bibia reporter mensa eka say BBS wo kwan a aye so na ani kire Atletico Madrid o mutimi enso na nsa planted na ne medicals no ene enso ese ba so ntim ene reporter total awodumade so na no pay no make Edema Borussia Mönchengladbach women so agreement no market about the who call Poland but o se akan Edema Mamo FF reporter menseka esa agreement no mawie bibia koda ne eba 2 million koda se de otoma ebo ne se dani so sa we so moto na ba 2 million pe obehe next year pe na tese ebo a wo be ba beton no enya sam koto akra eno ye Borussia Mönchengladbach reporter from Eddie Eba na Michael Carrick Manchester United interim coach reporter menseka say akobase wo me de adwuma no man sekima ya se player ba ko wo di nkomo we kire se obama na ba aye Dr. Marcus Radford reporter men say ka se Marcus Radford ya se market ka we se wo fidi akoda na pa enti se Manchester fo bo mu so e de adwuma no man sekim dia na akoda no baba na oba ba ya adwuma de Manchester United adom aye Marcus Radford reporter meti efi akoda na kate e wo adwuma de so na Jimmy Carragher se wono no kika se Casemiro nyande enjanke be anka moyo wo mu gya ne kwan a moyo baba ka se ne last ya obo Manchester United mu ani no anko na anko be nyanka Manchester man ntina kwabna wo se moyo sa oni bo sa na wo se na moyo park no so wo be bia Casemiro wo se no ade ohun ye Casemiro mu no isa de nyase ufili pound train no se nipa de wo ya adwuma opeso teze nipa de wo ya ade na emfa wanka se memu obi mpamo na nka wa wo ba sa ko we de anka Manchester ma blanten ntina because ball na emoyo boy ne de no chese woni ball ne ball pantem ani enkoba kakwan so etotwa etuma de na no pay make it de ma na clubs no wo mo mates no mami ni uduma kakra na me san committee na ye ni transfer ho enkoba kakra stop bobo ko no anu ya de se Paris Saint-Germain cho mo se wo mu nuanu payfo eni omo mayulu ya akoda so boyi ata South Com mayulu akoda no aya adwuma no nya go ade ma PS bobo ko no Hasafa Kimi so ba no amesa fine na head ma akwabna wo abufo de bedi record edi against Robok Katini edi record Nuno Mendes Tavares we are seeing nyina no matre akoda no enya go enti 2-1 ana omo enso ade ma team anitin adi AS Robok bobo ko tenom aya reporter etota na Barcelona bobo ko no wo mo so chinkodan kodan se eja enkoda we de omususu akra eja etefo entina pole miensa ana basa wo so ye ana to we se nya ne de lami nyama nya de Dr. Marcus Radford wonu su boko ama bibia nso ekoye Madrid so ekọ chinkodan we ekodi omo agro na ayi mayo kamne ayi mu de se omo heda anya team bia ana Madrid fu se ne o mehe hayade so mo si se de team no emayade ana mo tire mayo kantina mienu ana mo de ma kwabna enokro nkuda ni di record mienu entina teso omo bo 10 against Derby 9 against 11 ansana teso omo de show omo Vinicius Junior enya go ana Mbappe enso enya go enkomani nie afi mamenko team ani dinadi Newcastle na se Newcastle boboko no aya hwehani ma sankaja Wamuso abati Liverpool for Sanko betimi atioma okune ba we na Liverpool for say na munso me na de ba yam dia entina pale 9 ana Liverpool edimam hugo iketike ebo brace from vet enya ne de Ibu Ibrahim Konate anso enya go ana afa abranta ne de koten ati kan ba ko edimam ntenom reporter no so eba Arsenal bobo ko ne Leeds United eto mo say Manchester ana beto masema nanka sabio Leeds de anka ne hwan enti omo bom ntena pole 9 ama mo so ntima ntimo ba kokra abranta de Martins Ubimendi enya ne de ana afe adese Dalo wono ebo aye ongo Victor Jokeres enya ne de Jesus enso enya go enti de atenie ana Manchester United Casemiro emoyo ani Benjamin Sesko ana afe Matheus Cunha womo na enya ntena miensa erema Manchester United ama Fulham bobo ko no mo so atimu aye mieno abranta de Jimenez ana fe Kevin womo ana bo santra mienu ni nyina but kaketwa bi na nkata se Manchester United komu bo tutu enti 90 platform ana Manchester ye adwuma no ema ne nyina enso ekoe Benjamin Sesko na bato game ni nie game na David ni gole atentokwa no abna nanka ye game dia anka se de tie anka enye yikra na anom aye Chelsea womo ni West Ham United womo game ano so ba so na Chelsea abontra miensa ama West Ham United timu mienu senkrofo na nkomu ebo 2-0 yatia 7 minutes enkrofo ase 36 minutes Samavel wono so dia tum ana eja nyame ya dom ana Pedro go Makuko ya go ana Bruno Fernandes adenkwa wono so 90+2 wode ba ko aka sisi ada fagi time na Chelsea for na ba bedi yati nkrofo no mo ntra miensa sankrofo ni buafu ana bo ba Jean Claire Todibo wono ko kanto kan kra edinkan Jean-Claude Todibo si yenyano amwanti Joe Pedro eni ho agro ama Joe Pedro hu say yes sabe ade bi oba bi kwabna hwe Joe Pedro na ya boni mi ma hangina e wo wie mu ya ready ya gubo ye players no mu ya bufu na yaze oba Premier League players o mu ya bufu pa ni Chelsea players no sabe hu player na boss obi hu player papa bi ba oba hu aso de ball na sa ho na say Joe Pedro yes ade na Jean-Claude Todibo say me wini me ko bisa basa me bonti ana yasuma me mam ko Portugal ene ma ba bedi ha na me na bedi ho agro no ana akwa ne ball ni minima aya yenim se anu atwa sakin ko na nkasa ho na kwa branza na ma akin ko re lembro jino ani buafu Rosino na ni buafu ya she karatman Rosino si yenya no ya pata Rosino be bia tama zo antiase jami he chama na nam wiam no Chelsea head coach no mo heye e wo YouTube no pata ase de ne de afi na nanto kwana ba ta se ye pata jama ana wan se minim se wadi ahoni nuro he chama na huri yenya no kra ma ta se wantim fa so na de obeso okokoye no wetire ho no ono so atimi akoye enti Chelsea head coach Lem Rosino ana ta se uhu chama ni buafu enso e wo school so no na anya Rosino de an kwa de ye du twam kra Damatware obuzo bizaze we anya resmenio anya are you ready ni binio na kwamna say akwaya afale na de opushu kakra we pusi mbei Damatware wakunkonya cheze wo ba asakokwa sense at awo kwa senza wakotreba Damatware na wakunkonya cheze wo ba yazi enyan mane kokobo Joe Pedro na kwabna nya mianim ne akofo bi di bibia ba menya so sa akoda na kan na omoze tama Joe Pedro hu za Damatware kugo ba no se kwadi bewu wa ko to kwa tade eneme hu na o de wa ba masi papa nya mianim ne kwabna uyembe so no kwade ya one because they were was it the ball no wo twi makuku ya ade ne hwe ho a wasa ekuku ya oba Damakwa tware oba Joe Pedro so nyame anim nie ha na akwa no se no ye funeral se be yamo ni no na jase na kuma na ne yembeta ada ni nyina mu no sa na ya say frustrations tritu na eyom ya and bato Chelsea game no dey see ya no na me ba betre made wa ase ho but for me ko Juve at a Parma, where your Maya, the Juve ampa away 4 goals. Hey, and Tenzi, Juve 4.99, Ama Parma Katu at Timubako, Intansu Quati Cremenese, Lotalo Martinez in Israelski, Wamunya 2 goals, and so at the moment, Amaniama Ayakamana, Pato Tottenham Hotspur, Wamu and Manchester City able to Rianteke, Antoine Semenyo Kabna, Semenyo, Semenyo goes on go, Semenyo Aya go, Semenyo Aya go Antoine Semenyo esanya go Edma City Bobo Kono ana Thomas Solonke wono enkwa place ana boy enti omusu game ne dia ekokoye no na Napoli enso Fiorentina omu bomu 2-1 ama tasane manyina enso ekoye Vergara akoda we de one form na sia ba Vergara esi yenya no mane Chelsea Vergara ade na ba ana fe abrante ne din enso di Bucharest omu ana boss goals na nda Brentford so kwate Aston Villa fo eminim de esi one na teso omde emomo anafe sisi no Bayern for so mabro 2-2 no masa kwakobo omne hamburger for team anu ya dia eba Italian Serie A no Inter 55 points omulide ana yanya Milan bobo kon 47 wom enso toso me Napoli miansa no omda 46 points ana Juve toso na enum Roma bobo kon oba Premier League na mepato Arsenal Wamo ewo 53 points ana City ewo 47 Aston Villa ewo 46 omo toso miensa enan Manchester United 41 tasa Manchester Fire omadwe se womo slage kra na sa 1 points na ya da ya ne omo ntam ne ya ba betwa bo ho enti 40-41 Manchester Chelsea anom Premier League na dia etena na no pay make it adiama na since na yase Chelsea bo game no sa paper way na pay esi hu akwabna kan hu se wutim lose wa wie sisi ade yase lembros no ball no ko din ya obo se waka na ato so wa etire ho na mom hu se wa player na or the white paper no na pen esusu no tre player na dia kan who say game no agbena just win against Napoli were the same thing and against West Ham United and also oye the same thing this year no amanfo gidi ye pass let you know ne dia adwuma ne dia onimni ye pa na say we Chelsea ne yampon ya don't say never men ka say game no close that hand say one beba bete aye adwuma ne ye pa na mo dey was screen no so time ye ko aye first half no ana yes fans no womo bottles the players na ti say mama masamo na players we pa ya fie na mama West Ham United eba be sam sa de ada no masasa na ayi Napoli kura makwa ya adwuma no na kwa na yeso mo kasa sam na goalkeeper eja say champion goalkeeper position wo cheche okra ubo no wate chama no ni wi aso ba ade oti bo ehu akwa wo better na small boss who say nam chama answer I'm not catch supporters in the Yabo first half new munya betre mun coming da bi BNC ye baba bete na yes score line no e dey on patch sa dey who squeeze we so no na Chelsea either from 2-0 and Chelsea goalkeeper Rob Sanchez e catch supporters ne say amomo ba mumu we munya betre na adwuma no won be ni nyina kama na Chelsea so etimi awene and team na no aye dia etodwa e odwuma de so na no pay no make kire kakra e di ama wa chehia wodo so ha e hwa your number one account radio station na Premier League no me de yine de abanti mami emfa La Liga table no enso fama mo Barcelona 55 points and Real Madrid 54 points wo mo tosu mi na Atletico Madrid 45 wo mo tosu miensa and 9 no Villarreal bobo kono mo 42 points in tisa bepe ana La Liga table no enso esiete we su na me gina na fe ye de nkrofo amanso sem nyina e dia sinti kwabna bibia ni etwire dia mame emfa ensia nim sese bibi wo honso abebi sam dia ene na nkacha se mayiwa no
Premier League table no so we are show 1 to 4 and we end
the BCC Premier League for nankasa de 1 to 5 enyam na me table no Premier League for nankasa
nam kasa e bia wa na
match derby
of force the Chelsea bar because
anytime
they am one the that's right
abna 1 to 5
to the fourth team
1 to 5
1 to 5
the entire na hu ne yourself once say atanam to so 10 12 and 10 12 the be
the say Adama try ni Jao Patrick Tokwe and I come me do
on to be now go kan
masa
be funu
afi me dino na me pepata fo Yams the boys you do me pata to be
na obi asuru na wan e ko pata azebu
masa kan to kan me ho me see 2 days na me ntimi go school sa kwa me pie bi o dira nim ho ti yan ma catch ma me say and the school no me come
we ya no sare ya suma wa uchu ti no aba betese nipa ni area mu ha anu pia America speed na just what the abase no ko
anya asem ketwa
next time one team bi sia obeso respect
okay yentu so insurance 4.5 but in fact I am come back mine within an space of 1 week in MSA now I know I didn't kakra but anyway is the Chelsea team no ono mo ba also he because bibia a bit to me SC insurance 4.5 yentu adwumadi no so emfa emamo enche mobeti Fifi Manfred enka Samson na Bismarck owusu bempa Ayala ono so mobeti nkabra ya tenase na ye be review games over the weekend and also to me to odwa ewo amanene na efie na makacho se ye rem all the month of love nti yenkoso ano na yenshow odo enche yenia na before edwuma de ne be hyehyɛ so mpamcho ma yemfa seda emfama edwuma ko ma daroma ani atenase a ye did the Monday edition of Inside Guitar Passport dwuma de at the Abraham and mayi ni amunu ntemse ni bie no ayi kakrabat de di kan no World Cup no person kohwe bia ma men kamfo Abyss Gold and emfama ho hwe World Cup we mo ani na ho pa so obi be catch us so obetimi do afri ha akọ US akọhwe World Cup ni bia catch them so oboa odu sika di Abyss Gold and ebetimi do afri Ghana ha akọ US na onso akọhwe dwumade ni bi na omo package na full one in fact ticket out the best 3 matches out group ni nyinaa no Oman the baby bia kama e dia ma flight we be free Ghana e dia kopie our US Oman na beye afa visa no man na beji bibia kama e dia ma so ho e na afa nso no okwa Mr. Black Stars Jesse omesa de bi e dia county a full package bibia ewum Ebis Gold Group omo e na e de Ghanaians e free ha na yakọ US akọhwe eye nyame yadoma World Cup anu so betimi ato eye dwane bi ntimi sawada World Cup no so kotwe bi amsraw Ebis Gold Group and American formo and so at the amawo na ate for the tennis you can ho and now so betimi akan awo aye sakomuno SC Junction hona ho and I wanna so the best friend number na onye din komo awo 0537 804885 na Ebis Good edo akọ US akọhwe World Cup no and so ebi extra cash no se unyan register me pacho ye ntam na I register all the extra cash no ne tintini ni tietie na say ebi na we run out of air cash but emergency bia ba unhia sika e dia sorted ya ba but o hwe o momo ana o cash no so na say njana mfa so sika bia enu ha so betimi dia sort out eye niema e ba say no an so be resort to a extra cash and Forms Capital and a day aba and one so be registration no na sika bia pe bia no and tentam so ane the amount na also their solve problem bia or the solve na say ne registration no me pa cho phone na ebo a star 170 hash options in ebe no first option no choose option 5 second option no choose option 3 and the last one na odi wie no ano ay option 5 na o the activity extra ay cash no sika bia pe bia no na yetimi ade amane mu mesrew ogi sika na ay atua se bia dachi bia no pefufura o betimi enso ade amayade ya de bi ti se honam ya o ya de bi ha dwe pa ene timi so me kamfo ay cancel bisha ene de amawo ene no pese kotobi na endom da betimi aboawo ama honam na eya ya atlantic pain na woni nina no ebetu ase enso ade amaya ya to adro ni din cancel mesha numbisi sie wan kasa wuti dwumadie honam na ya o maami bi o papa bi ana o fa bia to bi na fa koma no na no ho ebetimi ato no kama pa adroi o pe bi ato a okọ atonsu market a onsa betimi akabi na baby eto adro bia pharmacy ahodo na no okọ ebi awo ho ana so de obefra number 0596 832796 cancel mesha number no ofra na ono modi komona onsa etimi aka adroni bi na afi wonso no wato anom 30% me pacho apa abruche for the sendisika free abruche edeba Ghana and intimi so o abruche na o sendisika de aba Ghana so African country bi US Canada UK Portugal Germany Spain France Belgium mo abruche ni na no download the air tap app no awo phone so na afi fast and sika no ebrai say a very very convenient and into other sendia shrendi achirikra promo code no so ayabo insure from fashion say bia onso benya achede at the free tap and so wo awa no pe o asuase ne edi dwumadie no and so at the ebramo rush energy drink o sorry bia ya no bi na abebo am stay active na science so energize o kama pa vitamins wom ginseng wom and a caffeine wom no side effect on say energy drinks how do na I will just no ebu abenu na chira asem no ya na entai enko yikra so and nti and I come for rush energy drinks ekotobi na onso enomesasa no na abebo as I say o ye adwuma omre no side effect abebo ama bibia no kama pa and so at the ama me say your friend rush energy drink to be na onso enom na bibia no enye kama pa emfama na de di twato na ya started discussions na di amam no eye amwa automobile mesel oye car owner ana udilin cars okra cars fra bruchiri edeba aye Ghana ha obi ana car no aye accident car so salvage ana auto anything no odi bedru Ghana na se usiesi car no ansa na obeton a onso watimi aton undi problem safo ni na no de car no from abruche na we from Tamanano physical so na efabra aye amwa automobile na ye hono ye dwuma na ye no in fact nipa ho mo ye adwuma ne de but machines wo hopa e de adwuma te ho no ye adwuma ne wi the finished product no and the real deal nti e be wi otimi say yes adwuma no aye fe na aye akono nso de bi kan e bia na salvage kan na toy oba ye be body works na tretre kan kama ye wi a na esiesie ho na inside no so bia ba bia tetete ni ade so e bi kura kan no abo ho no so ho bi kura na niam bia tetete Africa ni ma eno so ye be line ne kama pa enso de ma ye wi a ye ni na wi ni ade akɔhye oven na ye spray wi a na polish ni ayi kan no enso de pie de ta kan no wax no nti ba wi no utumi so kan no aye fe pa chese bibia enso ehye yie etim so akoto cardboard den nanso ebia poso sa gu kan ho bi ma fako amwa automobile na yenye kan kama pa enso enfama yaro proba no mo ho okwa ambejo fel so na yesisi kan no aye ne fefefe edi amawo ye kumase apem so fair junction ho na mepamcho eho edna yewo anaso de obefren awo 0244 465764 ho edna eye amwa automobile number eno no ofra apem so ene yewo na afi 10% discount no so orekodo yenwie ya science ten no to eye March ending enti adwuma bia de bia no ya check wi a ne ato 10% no e de afim dia ka no eno na abetua na se won so no watimi age wo ka no e de ekwa anopai omo ene fufu bi ho na omo aso yasena Monday edition of Nhyira Digital Passports atie for yetinko dwam na yedi dwumadie no enso e de emamu enanopai e de join live about YouTube na you started discussing so from over the weekend na games no very interesting na scoreline be your honoma a shocking kakra especially with a kwanya teams to be fast so say at the point not Chelsea air draw and na Abrantia you finish Enzo Fernandez benya the last goal no and so the winner at the Emma Chelsea na before 5 months for the best Medina say at the Aman yentie kwanya commentator na capture Enzo Fernandez ne goa onya de ma Chelsea ma omunya 3-2 over a team ye firm say West Ham no
forward now towards Pedro playing it across it's in it's Enzo Fernandez with the winner at stoppage time. Stamford Bridge erupts as Enzo Fernandez gets on the end of it and Chelsea have completed the comeback of all comebacks. 2-0 at half time, they did West Ham 3-2 and Enzo gets the win.
Okay, Enzo Fernandez down the last minute goal now the Chelsea 3 points you know that is how commentator no and so a capture a go no then comes the team of the moment and the striker of the moment striker now say Europa will be discussing no Benjamin Sesko.
Bruno Fernandes and he's in behind, gets an early ball into the box. Šeško inside the area. Šeško at the Stretford end. Manchester United never die. Top corner 3-2. Benjamin Šeško. Manchester United take 3 points away from the game against Fulham, and it's characterful from Carrick's side. Stoppage time, Stretford end, Šeško, and at full time, Manchester United 3, Fulham 2.
Okay, empty Benjamin Sesko, no so the last goal now. I don't Manchester United 3 points in the bar, you know. And Yabobi at the moment, and say we're top 4 now. Which was a team papa, the informed team. Manchester United are 4. But catch them next year, then ya more Champions League na bra. Manchester United be that. Now we'll crown the Premier League for now and ready. The Chelsea have account because Chelsea top 4 months. Tia then all of a sudden I feel yeah. Chelsea for our county. We're table now after week 24 no. Arsenal did count 53 points. Man City at Tosumi 47. Aston Villa Tosumi 46. And now Manchester United at also 4th. So our 41 points. And Berekum Chelsea for no until was it team no. So at also a num our 40 points. Into between you and 1 point. Ye day. So 1 point you had the back one year season no. And here ye day ye the baby season no. And so until over the weekend games in a Hunsam no. And of course the other leagues and also La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga. say I don't know. Dominic for them some far pano. Eba from board draw against a hamburger. 2-2. And so and also Hunsamoha. I'll chat if Barcelona Kuchomo. A cambion. Sorry, a cambion, sir. I will take Canabako. Real Madrid boom. And a Tenefisha Volcano. A camionua. I will take Cano a back to join a live. Our YouTube and Shah TV. YouTube and Shah TV. You started discussing, you know, Emfa Emamo. I weekend the Tim Ben Pan impresso. Tim Ben Supana. I would almost call on him, almost shock you in terms of resort now. I'm so etimina, over to me at the message, Abba. Na yakinkai, and so at me at the amount. My first message, and the discussions, you know, I am from Ejan Dia. I say, child, who will you discuss Benjamin Sesko ahead of Ekitike? Chairman, question with media. Kofi, good morning.
Good morning, Rich.
I want to say,
I'm here to move your partner.
I'm going to show me. I don't need to be asking so.
You're the right answer.
So, what's your rent and question? I say between Benjamin Sesko and Hugo Ekitike, why not make discussing this morning? And it's obvious. The striker of the moment, Benjamin Sesko. I know baby will be a me panicha on Fanchame. Say you coach back on 9 yard. Na I don't know after watching the Benjamin Sesko, no. But we say, oh yeah, a combination of prime Luis Suarez and a Cristiano Ronaldo. Benjamin Sesko. Sabena Ronaldo, on a prime Cristiano Ronaldo. Satano or Catana Lucano Asiguno. Luis Suarez, Lisha no Bobondia, Atonet, no. Combined, these two combined, and I can Buma. Ubenya Benjamin Sesko. Sesko baby, I'm sorry. Say now you're good striker. Na Papa Bakono na. Answer near my Kofi. Young Queen na. Some more top 5 there. All this guys there. Young go to Manchester United Street na. Young discuss it in the right now.
Senior.
Young go.
This season, top strikers in English Premier League net. Sesko count. I won't agree with you. I'm just making my statement. What cast out there with the detail? I'm saying mine. New strikers about Premier League in this season. Oh my God, this season. Top 2. Ekitike and then Joao Pedro. Sesko Nkaho. What can you say?
No. That's a topic now reason and can't topics I discussing this morning.
Who can be a same? No problem. Now see all your joints now he's better than Ekitike. Also better than Ekitike.
Benjamin Sesko now who is here no.
Who say he's better than Ekitike? One kasa.
Prime Cristiano Ronaldo
is better than Ekitike, Richardo.
On your better channel.
For you, when I said okay, fine, you said yours. I think say top strikers you told me this season on can be. Go say no wash. Ekitike ni Joao Pedro she go si debia Ebo Champions League. Utene bako boxing ball bako share. Yeah, you are sorry. Hey.
Oh, taxes in my home.
Oh, taxes me.
Oh, taxes is there. Some will say taxes we mean me.
And I thank you, Gerard Bowen. I'm grateful. What else has me is you are grateful to Gerard Bowen. And I only Saturday the number watch it. You are grateful to Gerard Bowen. That's why I'm out. I don't know what kind. I said, well, more than $200,000. Hey. Just I get it. Thank you, Gerard Bowie. I'm grateful.
First time, what's that off? I didn't think granny.
Hey, you. H. Kofi. Yakoba, top 6 names aside. This season, it's important to move the conversation away from top 4 to top 5 and top 6 because Obeka last season, 5 teams from England that qualified for World Champions League, And it's very likely that this season it's going to be 5 teams again that will qualify as per the UEFA coefficient. So even if you look at the first round of the Champions League, England clubs 6 and 5 are qualified. So it's very likely that England will get another 5 set of spots again, which is very, very good. And we'll discuss some top 6. Which the first, second, and third, even for fourth, do not change. And even fifth, if a top 6 didn't answer, you could be weekend in the Bayern. Because Arsenal share, Man City ball draw, Aston Villa, Jumano, Manchester United won, Chelsea won, and Liverpool also won. Now, let's take the games one after the other. Which, when Arsenal were going to Elland Road, me and him said Liverpool called Marco dropping points. Man City a break a crowd. Chelsea had lost the game over there. So it can be a little bit tricky. But for Arsenal, it was about getting back into winning ways. Yatinefi Yentinya against Manchester United. People are beginning to ask questions of whether we can really play and get a result. Yakobo in the Champions League 3-2 against Kirat Amati. We've made it perfect score Champions League in him. Can we keep on when it comes to the English Premier League now? Although it's at the Elland Road, they went ahead and got a job done. Solid performance from Martin Ibanez, Zubimendi, Victor Gyökeres, Gabriel Magalhaes, Noni Madueke, Piero Nkapi, all of the Arsenal team. And I think that it's back to where we were, as we were. The quality of play from Arsenal, no? 2 draws between that. A winless run, no, has finally come to a stop. A very good player. Very good player. Now, he did Madrid in Comona. See how Madrid are suffering with CMs. And Zubi is at Arsenal playing freely. And it's if it's 3 games and Arsenal here winless, no, they managed to go and make 4 goals to 0 against Leeds United. Noni Madueke is so on and off. And in the Champions League game against Manchester United, Arsenal fans knew a little bit uncomfortable pace performance, but this weekend he came back and he had delivered. Again, a little bit of a knock to our branch friend Bukayo Saka, but then the team is fit again. Kai Havertz a goal, our branch friend Victor Gyökeres 2 goals, and our branch your friend Gabriel Jesus a goal in there as well. And Rich, Arsenal centre forwards are not coming back. We said that they don't have a star man that gets them loads of the goals, but it's being shared across board, and they are getting the players to come in. After the game, Daniel Farker said, we face the best side in Europe. We have to accept their quality. Whatever we did, they always had an answer. And Arsenal team definitely, on paper, are the best side in Europe. Which, there have been pressure on Arne Slot, and he had to deliver. And at home, in a very big game against Newcastle, I think he did everything just right. There were just a few things that happened alongside in the game that needs to be spoken about. And it is this. Liverpool going down in the 35th minute and needing reaction. See, Rich, maybe people have not seen the quality of Hugo Ekitike in that match. He was the real deal. If you look at the goals that Ekitike scored, especially the one or the Malik Thiaw Eba outside, and with the outside of his boot, smashed and gets Liverpool that equalizer, you can see the quality of our brand here friend Hugo Ekitike all across currently in the English Premier League. If you want, say this season you're starting, players are changing clubs, different clubs. When you mention Ekitike or you mention Joao Pedro, you mention Ekitike. I don't have the numbers of it, but the quality. Almost every week, some players and more so at Liverpool, Hugo Ekitike is doing a fantastic job. Frank Viet was the man of the match of the day. And Rich, slowly but surely, our branch friend Florian Wirtz, the confidence, the courage, everything is beginning to go for him. 10 games, 6 goals, and 2 assists for Liverpool this time. Now him say, our branch friend Ibrahim Konate, ni papa free before the Liverpool game. Sure. He went quickly with the family to who's only a Muslim, so they do the burial rites quickly, came back in to play the game. The emotions after so she go and celebrated, and then the grief began to dawn on him. I like the fact that Liverpool players were right there for him, Virgil van Dijk and our branch friend Ryan Gravenberch. Now, how much what we heard, and it's a Liverpool for have finalized a deal for player and Chelsea for for the very long time. Chelsea did not pull out. It's a proper hijack. Liverpool stepped in and got a job done on our branch friend Jeremy Jacket. They've agreed a deal of 60 million euros, 60 million pounds and 70 million euros for our branch friend Jeremy Jacket to become the new player. Which he is the upgrade and exact replacement of our branch friend Ibrahim Konate. French, tall, physical, very combative, Obetina stepping up into the midfield. Chelsea have not gotten Jeremy Jacket. Liverpool for stepped up, they were quick, they paid the money, and then they've gotten their player. He stopped, and that is all. On Saturday, Liam Rossini had to continue the consistency. I know what started building. That was Stamford Bridge, honestly speaking, I didn't expect it to be that difficult for Liam. Who starting lineup, no? Which I could understand what he wanted to do. Or per se, or with players, no, Ernesto Kakra, Marco Correa played against Napoli. Wesley Fofana played against Napoli. Chaloba, Obemu second half. So it was about the rotation. You would take a fresh players match. And that was the game plan. Right from the blast of the whistle, Chelsea just could not break West Ham down. You know, 4-4-1-1 on normal ball. And for me, there are two key reasons. Before the game, Estevão Willian wasn't present because there was a family emergency that he had to attend to in Brazil. So he had traveled. It means that Chelsea wingers Naka, Joao Pedro Neto, Garnacho, and Gittins. Liam Rosinia felt that so Garnacho and Gittins rather and rest Pedro Neto a team, which for me was a wrong decision at the beginning because Omini are natural left-footed wingers. So if you play, especially Gittins are on finding the feet in a team that will make it difficult for you to break them down against Diouf, then you are going to find it very, very problematic. Came back with Cole Palmer, Moises Caicedo, and our branch friend Enzo Fernandez. Reach halftime 2-0. Good goals from Gerard Bowen and our branch friend Crescencio Samaviel. Solid display. And me surprised say your ball match we even at halftime. Next Chelsea for no player more bone of support power was a branch friend Garnacho. Yeah. You see, Rich, I said this thing over here. When Chelsea were going to buy Garnacho, I don't like that I told you so. But Garnacho was never an update on anything that Chelsea had. You play against teams that shut up shop. You need to be able to beat them 1v1. Garnacho does not have it. I saw the data that people pulled up. He doesn't have it. And it was very clear in that game. You see, say, who your manager? I told you one thing. The very first day I listened to Liam Rossinier, what I picked up from what he was saying, say it looks as if he's looking for the low-hanging fruits. Then a Chelsea team more lucky. And for me, it's more psychological. The psychological part of football, that is where he looked to really effect first before even changing a lot on the training field. Because almost about Champions League, almost about league, you don't even get time on the training field. And if you listen to Liam, he says that they do a lot of training sessions, a lot of meetings. And in those meetings, he teaches them how to handle bad times. Liam said, "Oko half time, you know. One Chelsea player, one catch Robia say we need to turn it around." He just made some changes and told them, "Say so more, and then they let West Ham know so many more watching them and they'll get a result." And truth be told, in the second half, the changes that was made, Wesley Fofana, his ball carrying ability from deep, finding a branch friend Joao Pedro at the far post, heading home, making it 2-1. Then Marco Correa coming in to come and play that Garnacho role by rotating and overlapping with our branch friend Enzo Fernandez on the left-hand side, got into the box, far post header from our branch friend Malo Gusto. Again, Liam Delap, he won't get a lot of credit, but once in the box, Chelsea needed Liam Delap's ability. Somebody that can occupy the two center backs. The ball flips up, and our branch friend Marco Correa was able to head home and make it 2-1. In the second half, the tactics changed. It was a two center back thing with Fofana and our branch friend and Chaloba. Then two midfielders in Enzo Fernandez and our branch friend Moises Caicedo. Then in between the lines, Chelsea had more players. So what should I say? Malo Gusto was the right winger. Pedro Neto was inside, and our branch friend Marco Correa in that area as well, to be able to control and then move the team around. I think that made a lot of sense with Chelsea for plan in the second half, and that was obviously what was able to get Chelsea the win. And the final one was a branch friend Joao Pedro setting up Enzo Fernandez. What a ball! Saturday was exactly 3 years Enzo Fernandez be a Chelsea player, and I think that he reminded.
I could create a goal, no?
Yeah.
Acquire Fofana.
Yeah,
a certain, I mean, was fantastic.
Yeah.
Pinpoint cross into the box.
Joao Pedro first goal.
No, I'm talking about Kukurea.
Okay.
They are Fofana.
Yeah.
That pinpoint cross, no. Yeah. I mean,
it was a very good one. Yeah.
But I think the difference between Mayeska and we, Mayeska, no. The player named Bobo Grana, Unyani dia, change around 75th, 80th minute.
Yeah.
But Liam, no, also, he's rotating.
Yeah.
But those started getting on Yadia quickly. No, I changed.
Where you were from?
I think and then magic man.
But the problem is that Chelsea cannot. Saudi when you're sustainable.
The rotation,
you can't always be coming back. Napoli, two another sure. This one too. No, it's not sustainable.
For how long? Yeah.
Liam should be able to get a foothold of the starting 11, then dominate games and win it. That is where he has to go. Oh yes, it's difficult.
On say the decision that goes into it.
Yeah.
Ebia, for example, to say they're now okay. On also feel say net to Wabre.
Yeah.
Every Chelsea game he's playing to Wabre Kaka.
Yeah.
I'm wrestling with him. But so Park and it's not result now. Decision.
Yeah.
People will come and on board.
Sani mo be na mama risk losing a juma no because opeso boku.
And I'm coaching yet damn.
Yeah. Doctors say akwano minutes no abono edos won't me bo biem. O say no, o yes I dey o kire me say na menye madwuma. Doctors say dey be must be protective player no. Ye ba obi anko ne baby. So the job is very, very difficult. But that was the very first time since the Premier League era in the English Premier League at Stamford Bridge, Chelsea are turning around in terms of coming down from 2-0. Quickly, Manchester United. Enzo Fernandez at Chelsea this season, 11 goals or your first, 8 assists or your first, goals plus assists 19 or your first, chances created 88 or your first, chances created from open play 77 or your first, successful fouls 646 or your first. I've said it several times. Say team go here, people look out for certain things. Once the team begins to score, there's good. Which the vibes continued at Old Trafford. And I think that in the first half there were a few difficult moments for Manchester United in terms of chance creation. After saying we say your goal was from a penalty shout and a man free kick and a free kick in a Casemiro but from then, it was a little bit difficult for United to break down the Fulham side. But I think there is something that's very clear.
Complacency.
Complacency.
You share two, you never use a game.
Okay.
And you never also know Maticano.
Yeah.
So quickly, I say, I am Yamaina in your third goal. That's what happened.
Okay.
What
analysis near you?
Oh, yeah. Some meeting.
Okay.
I know the Manchester United I'm a supporter.
You know them.
Complacency. Yes, sure.
I also think the second half change of taking out Casemiro and bringing out Ugarte, also prevented United from getting a foothold on the game proper. Because again, ABA person arrested Casemiro kakra by bringing Ugarte on the ball wasn't the best, and he gave a lot of possession to Fulham, who then came at Manchester United. But for me, the most important thing is about the control of the game and the ability to come back. United kept on pushing even when the game became 2-2 and managed to win it by 3-2. Now, I think that is very, very good stuff. And Michael Carrick keeps on. Bruno Fernandes is out of this world. When you play him as a number 10, you get results. Bruno in a correct structure. Normally 2 players here, you get Bruno.
So now it's clear. Amorim was the problem.
Amorim was playing a different structure.
It's a problem. Because
it's just 3 games.
No, and yet 3 games. Because you want to say,
but it's just games.
Maybe one kasa okay say. So Bruno or number 10.
Yeah.
A different animal.
Yeah.
So Bruno number 8.
Yeah.
As not restricted no.
Yeah.
Could be mine with bad team. So one kasa team no.
Yeah.
So and no Misha game no. At a point we say same place, same out for the game.
Yeah.
Because Manchester United, baby, any book game and you're finding very difficult was Old Trafford.
Yeah.
But it says you're a book gamer. You could see a team, a different team, and you be out.
Which is not
Saki.
It's just 3 games.
And then 3 character buying or catch a players and say, look, so be catch them someone Nadia. And you new football.
Yeah.
You guys are good. Monko Park and so Monko body with him. Player profile.
Yeah.
And now why 1 or 2 trick clear be the other team.
Yeah.
And the team looks solid team. This is Manchester United. Say you both game with Old Trafford. Thank you 2. Not open and attacker. Now you go ahead to win the game. And see against Arsenal.
But I'm
at the point I need
what I'm just saying is that Rich, just so you don't come back and come and beg. It's just 3 games. It's a little bit measure. A good result.
Begging bay. But it's not you beg me beg it's a day.
Okay, Mate. On beg yeah, Mate.
Let me not perform. Me begging my day.
Mami wrap you up now.
For wrap you up. Who to go in a me
what I'm saying is that even near Chelsea here camp, it's not sustainable. You need to get better foothold of games. Until kind of you need to be very careful. And sign up back, you come and beg over the weekend. Which Madrid stayed at home to play against Vallecano. Madrid will both you Vallecano and your match. But this one, they labored. Which, what is going on at Football Club Real Madrid needs to be looked at. Especially with certain performances that players be the mom. But for that last minute penalty, which I think was a penalty, Madrid would have been able to win that match.
If we are relying on Mbappe, is a problem.
Yeah. You see, so Madrid consider you forget even about the attacking side. Vini scored a solid goal last season against Vascano. He scored a solid goal. This is a solid goal. Vini is playing okay, but when you look at the goal that Madrid conceded from Chimeni, nowhere. Almost center for them really ball when him in the box. It was very questionable. You see, when Madrid fans begin to tell Florentino Perez say he needs to beef up the middle, it's true. Barcelona have not spent so much. But in terms of quality of players that get to come there, whether from the La Masia or whatever, they are quality. Look at Pedri and all of these guys, Marc Bernal. Madrid are suffering with quality. Orange many form that they play. And Madrid need to find a way to either get him back or get somebody that gives him proper your friend is saying competition. Oh, while I was talking about Chimini from Madrid, at Barcelona, maybe Frankie de Jong won't come on. Rich. If Frankie gets to play as he's playing, Barca will not miss Pedri. Over the weekend against Elche, it was solid. Now, for the people who don't know the history between Barcelona and Elche, you probably would have thought it was a simple game. Elche only played good football. In fact, there were large parts of the game where they were dominating it. You see, Sarabia, the coach of Elche, will be our year drew Barcelona club open as an assistant manager. So he plays also free flowing, more possession dominant, playing out from the back. And that's something that he did very well. Lamine Yamal is scoring goals, which you see what I say, at the crucial stage of the season. So Washa, you baby was season you start winning trophies, you start taking caps. And that is where Lamine Yamal's goals are beginning to come. If he keeps on like this, one shiny year, if Barca keeps on winning, when the Ballon d'Or conversations come up, we'll keep on mentioning his name. Now, this weekend, Rich, Uncle Phony Day, Saturday, Day, Sunday, boys are coffee, deeper. Now, there is a secret about Monday matches. I am confirmed 10 trap, but usually every time there is a win. Because Monday matches are very, very straightforward. There are a few, and we analysis no slightly roller. You're able to get your win. To show. Okay. My member with TFO code Kakrabine, Omunko Fikesi Munko chat. First code I made your mom a BW 38431911. Second one, I made them a BW 38430DBB. Third one, a BW 383BAB6C. Fourth and last one, a BW 383BA457. Rich, these are better codes and Medema with T4. Some Fanko figures here.
Some Badu men say, Rich, I think people haven't realized the mastermind behind Michael Carrick's success at the moment. Chelsea ex-assistant manager Steve Holland is key to success. He did it with Chelsea and England. Yes, I know. Steve Holland no. Adjuma at the Manchester United no. Ausra and Yasem Kitokra time with Carrick Ventures. Enti Fronia catch and say Carrick for trans ye bedin komo. Ye di apomudin hon komo. Enti tiebi na onso yare bia ha bia no kwa kutobi. Na titiru mema amonya de ompem no. Ano nso timi aboa mama bia no. Kama pa dia ma ye no. Na Bismarck onso bempa yala. Atwa so Adi Amai. Openi, good morning.
Morning, Rich.
Patrona, what to say?
Boko pa na also.
Oh, Nyamiadum. Nyamugusu Eshrai. Currency from Hoya dear.
Yahoya pa, ya Bajuma so
papa. German Intiway, and pay.
Rich, Medase, Ewa Kunya Kasia, or de Amami. Nano pay me de and Jasonko and Jape Sefri Asoye, Emma, Etifunina. Nebane, Metanasi, I know who say, Karistic in Nupa. Ya dear Bedgaswa, your friend no. Zahara Mr. Zahara G capsules. Zahara man capsules. Ana ye drive friend hindi heba Mr. Ye no imun komo. Imwa dance ye any muchechemu ana de besom anopay. Not a four and come yasase. Ye de ye drive your friend no. Zahara Mr. Ene Zahara G capsules ana edi kan ewo nkomotwetwen yi mu na saa duro we aya duro won so a oba ene bema etumenom se uye bema na utie me na infections pa hawadwen infection bi te se gonorrhea syphilis chlamydia ene wabetena na ama obema no fonwa na efon obema no ensansan bi a eho nya nika ene ekrokro bi abetoto obema no ho bema bi so ho a enam se wafa innam yare no impempi no ojonso a na ohuna mane pa ojonso a na ochem ansa na jonso no etimaba bema bi so ho a ubonse ho a na jonso so eka ne ntentem bema bi so ho a ubonse ensofita bi enso man bi na efiri ne bema eba se uye bema na utie me na uhu saa niema we ewon ho amesrew mentena ho ema ne me proud achen na edura bema aba ebeboawo ebeyi saa wo ha we nyina afiri ho ene Zahara mixture ene Zahara G capsules se uyo baso na wo ho na white anase odepo hawadwen oba bi wo ho a se white ne ba no ho a etimi ma sabi ensuo bi agugu na pampan bi wom etimi suma na himfie ho no ebie kakra de bia meka oba se uhu saa niema we ewon ho na wako uhu sisaye bia me se Zahara mixture ene Zahara G capsules no ya de edro no abasa embeboa Kodra store pharmacy shop herbal shop bia ben ba bia ye ton aduro wo se wo pe Zahara mixture ene Zahara G capsules sa uyo baso na wo ho na 2 years ni untimi emunsa oba bi wo ho a 5 years ni onya ne menses da oba bi so wo ho a obenya ne menses na dakro pena etwa eba ne sa na ohaw pa no namu ewo na awom se uyo ba na otesa me si enne edura mi di ho adanse akamfo ede ma se beboa wo enne Zahara mixture enne Zahara G capsules Kodra store pharmacy shop ana herbal shop bia ben wo bia wo se wo pe Zahara mixture ene Zahara G capsules na sa do we asaye do won so a odofo bi wo ho a ono nko a de bia wadwale awie no na yese de bibi ene nam ne ho no sa de we aye no for so many years wakon akon ohun sisaye bia odofo edura ene aba ebeboa bacteria infections na hawadwen na ene wo betena no for Zahara mixture no ene Zahara G capsules no aye waduro enu ni adura onoma bacteria infections bia ahinta asie woni padua num no ebeyi ni nyina e de afiri ho odofo bi so ho a all sapa hanadwen mesi se aduane to ne yema na ote so ondidi yeso a na ohuna mane ubonse na chinka sai nyina na edwa no ne mfe ubonse amane hunu pa na ohun obi ho mpa otimi nya adwene bi se eyaduto efise ne ho esese no ne ho dwa no ohunu de onya no ho odofo mesi enya duto eyale na wo yare wo asa na edi 10 years a etitewa wakon akon a uhun sisaye bia no fa Zahara mixture no ene Zahara G capsules no aye waduro Kodra store pharmacy shop ba bia ye ton waduro Ghana ha odie obowura ho a wo se wo pe Zahara mixture ene Zahara G capsules odafo gie na mesi ebia na okoto adron uhia chechiremu bi ana se bibi akire wadwono so odie frɛ yen 0246 34 83 34 0246 34 83 34 0248 56 93 35 0248 56 93 35 Adafo yankoma twetwe nadru ya adru aye fe no Zahara man capsules so na sa adru we aye adru a aye memedro sonko se uye bema na utie me nenne upe memedro anoma emfa nsunsuanso bia enkobre odache memedro a me se aye nubrane ha ba krogen a yakeka bom ade aya emfa tipa ya bi Emfa me say or how be enko brother and a bema chusu Zahara man capsules. So we have bema now ho na weak erection. Bema bi ho me say sebi agrono kosona na ade na adwodwo. Aba ne sa na ema animguase pa na aka no. Se woye bema na otisa na weak erection ene wa betena sebi uba adwuma na ade na adwodwo abema me say waduro ene Zahara man capsules. So woye bema so na ho na premature ejaculation hawadwen ene sen bema bi ho your friend 1 minute bema te se 1 minute mpo no waduru ho no na ese wa bremu ye edrenum na no wife na ase ne partner to ne san a onim se twotwo ebekoso ese onim se ono no de bia 1 minute ene ne time se woye bema mesrew 2026 e man se omumpa gene enye sa obeto graphic ama yonko bema akenkan ama it is a woye bema na premature ejaculation hawadwena me se bema tumuda kodra store pharmacy shop herbal shop bi aben wo se wo pe Zahara man capsules enu ne adura bema onoma ebeboa bema bi so ho a sisi yale pa hanadwen chencherenche tete no se woye bema na otesa edura ene aba ohia ene Zahara man capsules sa woye bema so na onkomo na aye mene bema ko ba bia to aduro bia sa aye drugstore pharmacy shop herbal shop bia ben wo se wo pe Zahara man capsules enu ne adura bema onoma mireye bia waye aduro no ebeyi ni nyina e de firi ho na uto aduro na bema obanum na petu enumretu wo de enum toatoa so na sisi yale na asaw so acha etete wa hawadwe no Zahara man capsules no enu ne adura bema ebeboa odafo yebekọ ye adura ikato yefe no hindi heba mixture na say adura we adura yade ebedwa so a ebo adofo bia malaria fever pa hanadwen obi ho ade bia ono nko a nanum ato otimi endidi enye kama de bia ni padua no aye hyehye na asay janu tipaye pa asaka ho obi asori no pa owa hode no ubo so no nko na pomuden atosin odafo otisa fa hindi heba mission aye wadro wo typhoid fever na odafo wako ako for so many years no hindi heba mission enu ni adura ebeboa u sugar level na obecheke a na de bia ekosoro adane ayamsisire no odafo kodra store pharmacy shop herbal shop bia ben wo se wo pe hindi heba mission wo pressure na obecheke a na ekosoro no odafo fa hindi heba mission aye wadro ko ba bia ton wadro Ghana ha wo se wo pe hindi heba mission odafo saje number CBM 0246 34 83 34 0246 34 83 34 0248 56 93 35 0248 56 93 35 odafo de bia meka mesi bambo atrema aye chen ayaresa bokitma etodofo mentere ho emma yare no enhyew so enyamobo abra charistic nupa ye fe no Zahara mixture ene Zahara G capsules a odofo numaduro na wudi Zahara mixture no ebe mene Zahara G capsules na ebe bo abusu immune system no aside to infection bi ase ene Zahara man capsules a yade ebedwa so a ebo ba ma bia me se waye mra ema etwetwe no edi ne ho few efe no 1 minute bema any hindi heba mixture phobia malaria fever typhoid fever high blood pressure any na betena ya nupe odofo Ghana ha ba bia me se ye ton duro bia se eye drugstore pharmacy shop herbal shop bowura ho na me se obosa utaduro na obeya danhye no wakahye charistic aduro no eye papa me da se rich
so yedamasepa currency for any edupa amade aba edwaso ntiano atobi na bibia na kama dia mayento adwumede ni so emfa emamo samo kisi message emfa ento so na besma ko usu bempa la emfa yenko ose the formation switch from Regulus Amorim 434 is the key. The midfield balance, tactical flexibility and counter punching is the key to Manchester United form. Chelsea defense is a concern. We need to solve it ASAP. Some of you see another message at the Abrain and Anopay. Young Quay now Bismarck. Also Bempire and so and Fingram na weekend games I told you no any review emfa emamu. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now I want to say
oh nyame adom be fine.
Nyame ase.
Be fine pa. They say the show be as say yeah analysis yeah foreign bit no Resona and a debre man for Resona they say the number 1 brand say Oba Dio sprayer sprayer the guya moto na the guya ho na eboy ho ban na the entire American full Resona deodorant the amount and say bacteria na ema infiltrate na the enkakakra eba wo ho throughout the day no Resona no yaye with the technology about by 72 hours. Say in Fifribia intimi until na enkofa and Kabia enfa emahu. And so Jari na opese ukwa bontin and asa utifimpo na uluku fresh throughout the day. Ayana where you su deodorant spray no I free Rexona a hono ebi and na ebe bow na amahu aye kama ubiapa won't say yes. Shaman kasankasa. There's 72 hours protection.
That's 3 days.
Yes, from sweat and odor. And obenya edi every Rexona ho. And it's a opia o provision shop na wo area hono, supermarket na wo hono, o come more baby a to do spray biano. Okwa insist say omo emma mo deodorant 72 hours no enso so ebi. Menim say okwa obenya bia to na mum say open do atu a na wako beauty glow e wo 2 shops ewe Duma ebe Asempa Pharmacy Udu Kejetia Dubai so a shop number G1549 I want to beauty glow omo eshobako Kejetia opposite gate 8 I want to so omo shop Makola Mall and a Makola Central Market nyina beauty glow and so our shop ewo ho enyo omo nko Daddy Ash and so ewo Okaeshi Advanced Savings and Loans opposite wa osa ewo bako ewo Takrade Market Circle adjacent car bank na ana oba Kumasi a Daddy Ash ewo Edum Mrs. Anoche Plaza ne building na ben opposite Boss FM no and also Daddy Ash ewo shop ewo hoko na ekojo Rexona dio spray ni bi na efa egu ho betimi afre Daddy Ash ewo 0531 01 3881 0531 013881 and I say 0244 772599 0244 772599 so also free Rexona for na wa from I was 0543 384 958 0543 384 958 Rich unse ye ko weekend bi say ba na ama enkomo about whether Arsenal indeed ebetimi ajelegi na asa die makase denti am wo gide say Arsenal na bejelegi no and he say even when who raise you doubt say Arsenal enye complete team omo be winning all their games Makacho say for Arsenal not to win Klaus Bitti say Manchester City, Chelsea, Aston Villa, Liverpool, they must get a certain level of momentum and a consistency and sign up beside us now. But you don't see them having
especially that. Man City.
Omunibi.
Omunibi to a catch, but
Omunibi.
Oman's alcohol dragging to it.
That is it. Enti say Arsenal for that na erezi and comfort that oh yeah catch them mamu gidi wa Arsenal mu no me catch you say teams now most of my best Arsenal they are more inconsistent than Arsenal and never my Arsenal G League now Arsenal game no ko win Ellen Road no a game they made 2 statements with it. First statement proud to the game the biggest analysis and go fire against Arsenal was that untimi nye team up so league England na unni striker almost a certain number of goals send your Premier League ni debia obi oji league bia a certain striker bia all man goals bebrea all making sure so on no carry team in the Aquaji League. No. Now, the breakdown statistics from Athletic Crowd was that Sir Uyi penalties, set pieces, own goals. Every goals are teams assessor. Na Osha Omo pray for the Liga. Na Asnaka Omasha very few open play goals. No. Arsenal then, before winning this game, has scored 22 goals from open play out of 23 games. The same as Chelsea. But club which say Man City had scored 36 goals from open play. Liverpool had 28 from open play. Manchester United had 26 from open play. Bournemouth, Villa, Brentford had 24 from open play. And the analysis was that say Arsenal able depending on set pieces, penalties, own goals. Now we say omode and no Aquaji Liga. They thought say no, I was so more lucky baby. Now in the game against Leeds, 4 goals now share. First one was a corner situation. And at least a heady player. Then quickly the rebound from the header now and I'm going to cross in the coma. Zubimendi between share. Then another corner. And Madueke 2 and Omwakasa Shaw more. And Arsenal were winning the game 2-0. But the statistics say Arsenal are not scoring goals from open play. No, still came back to one star game now. They were still winning. No, until Gabriel Martinelli setting Vitor Gyökeres up for the goal. No, then Gabriel Jesus added the finishing tactics and Eka Homa Arsenal chef for. So Arsenal goals no more. 2 were from the normal situations. I didn't say Arsenal yeah they part this season with it, and 2 were from where would the strikers start scoring open play goals for team at your friend Arsenal, and they make sure say they finish off some analysis, you know, and go for a year for more going into the game. So look, Mimi dear, I still tip Arsenal say league, you know, on my budget.
Yeah, on budget league, no idea Arsenal budget.
Now, Rich, Yaka Arsenal say me dear, Yemfa City and Sani Yaka. Look, who says since 2021-2022 season, Man City and Tottenham about 12 games, only 4 penalty winning.
I'm to meet City too much.
Yes.
I don't know when I say a bonnie share.
Yes. Pep intimates Tottenham. And even when Pep actually 2-0, I knew say Tottenham just need to find one moment and their case ebesa babim. Many what reaction. First goal na Solanke there, it was a free kick. Because when they build up to the goal now, Dominic Solanke, the final touch to the ball, no, and ye born and Nike, and Magay and Echi, and no born as ano. And the momentum now, or the ball nine, and as our force say ball, no, a question net in the middle. Now you see, many Man City team, no, a year dream say, and in the era of video assistance, dear. Let's give the benefit of the doubt to referee and who is that. Now, more video no na more akunya some more replay. Now, more advice referee on it. You also say you didn't see. Metisa commentator Neka say, oh, the VAR was asked to look whether there was an offside. Look, that can be an excuse. Say go sha. The reason why I am not trying VAR, so the goal is all clear. They say they check every situation. Be a goal,
especially this a goal no crowd doubt on.
Exactly, every situation, including fouls, offsides, and it's no money. And for the VAR to check and give the go ahead, say Dominic Solanke first goal and standing there. Many and the outburst from Rodri on the post-match press conference, you know, was well on point. Now, the Scorpion from Solanke. Look, Adia Bakwa Emma Min GCT team win did this season. And I say, Rich, omuntimi control momentum. Even when a warm side, Omasho Bako, Omasho Mienu, the city I knew in the past will control the momentum of Compensation. Either so much of Biaka, and I said they will control the game from you now Omadi Apon. But this team can't do that. And it's a winner moment to be you easily turn momentum against them. Not what me Abba back. Just a problem. No. Minim. But Rich, say obi a what see platform with you. And Kayaman Chimuna say the rotation policy at Chelsea and yet coach a decision. It is the sporting decision at the club. We did it when Enzo Maresca resignation and I say Nesaki the Bayern. If you've explained it, elaborate, say one of the issues I pop it up. Enter Enzo Maresca say, look, on the control of Chelsea team was that he's been asked per the sporting policy of Chelsea say, Yakoto Nkrabi Braba. We've convinced them of our project. And we've assured them say they will be part of the team. And you can't just restrict yourself to first 11B consistently. Now, Liam put it in a very, very nice way. Or say, Omuko on post no. Omu free Italy ban. Or show the players then will play anymore to say, it be a breba. And some brother who will play anymore. I reflect on ahead of Omuni West Ham game no. Until he became convinced that look, players need a break, so they need a rest kakra. But no credit say, even if he decided, say okay, a brewum, but can I play my best 11, get the job done early? He couldn't have done that. Because the club policy and they say he needs to rotate the team. And so on your opportunity to be against club is a West Ham. Oh, where you be convinced and say, oh, West Ham cry, oh, nyadie. Eti, mamema Pedro Neto tina bench. Na mema getting sini Ganacho, mumbo ewa wings ho. Mamema kukwera antero, na mema hacho mo. Enyewe, mamema resumes in tina bench. Na mema Malo Gusto susu enyakwa no mobi. Mamem benchi for four na mo, na bedi ashe mumebo. But in the second half, when he had to bring in the Miminu who said these are the first 11 of Chelsea in big games. You know, they came and got the job done. That is West Ham. West Ham this season are very, very poor when it comes to defenses and mentality. And say only the second half Chelsea were able to turn things around. But they say a problem in the rotation there that is bigger than Liam Rosene. It's way bigger than him. And a club and Chelsea are going to face this. Rich, me who is about the issue about Chelsea no.
We're too slow to do. Too slow.
The opportunities given him. Now, you see Liverpool koto Jeremy Jacquet. And or a player now you can ask him say Chelsea penal. Sometimes when we sit here we make some analysis. It is as if we are too far from the situation and yeah, ideal analysis. But Rich, it turns out to be true. And Opeya, Match Law is reporting say Chelsea are bringing back Mamadou Sarr from Strasbourg back to Chelsea. And a kind of reason why Chelsea are fighting Liverpool giddy on Jeremy Jacquet. And it makes sense. Because minim the Jeremy Jacquet or Ren Sarr can't offer Chelsea that. Yes, young center back. Yes. Why don't you trust a young guy? What he can show the previously was scouting. Now what to me, Edna, but maybe sometimes when you make this analysis, when you have a boy within your own ranks. Minim dia na Jeremy Jacquet ba be boachi player be say Jose Champion. At the end of our team you can't give that opportunity to Jose Champion. And these are the things I love Barcelona as a club no. Rich say and yes I ba with the bibi srunku bi eba na o young ade will give it to a La Masia boy. because so it makes a lot of sense. Look, a drum maybe in Mugame, no, against Fulham, no, na me ya say, Mayu Mamunyana Mundum Jai. Then came that goal from Benjamin Sesko, and I'm saying good. Very, very good for the season. Rich, Michelle Mugame ni we me few talking points. Number one, Casemiro. And it was within the week that officially Man U announced say about season we are Casemiro will be leaving. Look at the performance he gave. A goal or an assist no dem akunya. You any pass oh.
Any and granted they are to.
Yes.
YouTube no.
And Rich, ye ni free game anymore. Then you saw Manchester United starting becoming shaky. And let me be someone say, I don't know we have stories in the question. In the week that he has been announced, so look at how prominent and important Manchester United again as Old Trafford. Rich, many the message I already see by Yadrin. The change of formation yes, we've talked about the change of formation. But you see, Rich, your idea about could be a trigger. It's made the consequences be brave. The change of formation has brought confidence, belief, good mindset. Players in the bubble, not to say they are playing for a certain coach. Even go and watch Matthias Cunha go no say. And the way Ahmad yes, I know money kosa. You could see, say, Manchester United players, now think they are liberated and they want to prove BB. That is what you get in a team. And I was very, very happy, say, Omutimi, Barca won against Elche, and your game we expect Barcelona to labor our game. Yes, let's try, say, breaky Barcelona high line, and they got a lot of chances out of it, but Mentimi and finish it, and Barcelona 80 kilo more off. Real Madrid Breyer. Metiasia a derby via Cano or Madrid Como. But Rich, a quite a Real Madrid Faso Breyer. Minim say be a post ye season now, they will let Abeloa go. But coach will be baby Obebre. Coach Bro baby Abebre. Team no work ethics in ye. And your players know the work ethics. Or more from one of the born. Rich, can you believe say? Me share Real Madrid ni Real Vallecano. Madrid able 1-1. Akabe 5 minutes ami upon. Whoever Vallecano at the ball and nam baby of Vinicius Ojinano. And he's not running. And Abelo wants to Jina bench want him in Tiano. He's not. Look, sounds to buy the air. And what I say, the only coach I fear. Say Real Madrid in the a club. Ukrainian club almost so sense on so. And say club about you ask don't say Madrid their club will be at the president money sporting director slow influence. But Rich, a coach like club will tell them, look, you need to get these lazy folks out of my team. Say if you want me to rebuild that. And me so say even in the process of year commence club, say after the season, you made him come say he's near the job. Rich now no more this commander and they promise they will give him that authority, and say no about Real Madrid work at this nyana Rich minimum no sikwa no. Atletico Madrid. The man no me pamo dia go Simeone. Unu say omo draw against Levante we yes omo to Al Hilal Leonardo. Yes omo say to Ademola Lookman. Yeah. And I say just am dey two players no man say. Do be bi an makofa bre no. Because you don't hear any pressure from the Spanish press on Diego Simeone. Hey, you may be at the rich. You may be at the
Week 21 of the Ghana Premier League in this weekend, dear boy. Na Osha result na Pando na Lions and Nanzani Makuyi. In the game we know when you break papa. Must say Asante Kotoka Kami and Sama Kotoko. Etse Kanabaku seed of Asante. Fauzi Ali and Mike Epson. I'm going to say 3 goals to Nedema a year pound out of Lions. Ebra Samba O'Neal, defender. Edema Santeko at Kanabako. Edema eye kotoko hands of folk any bechem will be intimi and shebi Adriana and Samatex another kaka and also be intimi and shebi Gold Stars Amutifia All Blacks Akaba All Blacks and so intimi and Tintikasi Mingle the first game will lose it to Gold Stars Nations Sushi Mienu Emma Mediama Eshe Kanabako in fact Mediama ne din kan akoshe first go and sana Nations ebete de bako ade aka ho Vision Dreams ball 2-2 Kamila Eshe Hohoi Ekabako a Amo intimi ante young apostle Shemiensa Elamonda intimi ante ena Basake Holy Stars etwa Chelsea eka aye mienu amon so intimi ante na kaim zito senya mienu lukwene result na Asante Kotoko nyan e wo pandu no eye result a nyamianim wa expect say ebetimi enso abada.
This is football for you. I wasn't expecting this score because seriously we prepared well for this game. And most especially the set they scored every 2 goals. Well, we've been practicing how to defend and how to attack on set pieces. So maybe today is one of those days in football. I wasn't, as I said from the beginning, I wasn't expecting this result. This football for you. Today, when you look at our wide wingers, they didn't operate the way I wanted them to do. You understand? It's like it will be okay till later on that I try.
Okay, Asante Kotoko head coach Karim Zito after the game, no, also a share preparation ahead of the game, and the scoreline na Asante Kotoko nyina on it there. Now we are shocking the pa 3-1 there, and so there no ano ending. Now coach, but you here for the winning coach. Honestly, there na oye unyan right amo etim share 3 editia Asante Kotoko.
Well, I think it was not an easy match. It was a tough match because we also prepared for it. They prepared and we also prepared. By the end of the game, we see that we dominated play. And so we got the 3 points, which is very good for us because of how we were struggling for the last 5 matches. I think this one will ginger us up for the FA Cup and then the subsequent league matches. So it was a tough game, but we were able to manage it.
Okay, enti Bashir for do say obia nim say omura game we no. Last 5 games na result ni nkoyi kra. And sa win we ebema a team na niam sa akoyi e dia mom especially games e do manim any FA Cup games oboboni na no. Oji say sa score line we betimi abo mo eye pa. Ko Didi Dramani also draw against Bechem United. Didi say anonso eba na say no draw game no.
Yeah, for them, they will say it's a fair result because right from the onset, we could see that is what they want to do. They stay and go on the breaks. But we could have also lost the game because inside situation is really, really very, very tough. But I think that we were disappointing.
What was lacking in today's game?
I think that we need the agency, we need the energy, to propel so many good aspects that we had on the ball. And then we need the initiative to unlock that one with a little bit of creativity and responsibility.
Of course, now when you draw...
Okay, enti Didi Dramani, also your board game we in Chechemu or the mouse say I Bechem for the good at the moment because of my bawi and on draw a day call. Now on the ranting there and you good and famamu. Now say the Abakupa my house work enti me and we need game no. I hear the sense of urgency I know we need game no. I say no shiny players now and that anyhow. I know my bit slow kakra. I know can't be the man. Our house and so no. Enti I win a game. Now at the point. Now a game na nyebe chomfo na sometimes no mtiti ya cheni ade bi kwa nanka has. Ebetimi alusi a game but odanyame ase say do say nya result na opede but omo anko lucy eye sa game no enso awo fimpo man so ana akuta nations amomutwa media meka mi no mo take an ba kono so after the game yentiri kakra na yento aso.
No, I think you can see the atmosphere around the stadium. I think we needed these points, and I think we worked very hard for it. It's not something that came by chance. We worked very hard for the win. Yeah.
Now you considered an early goal. Then I saw you call a few of the boys, and you were talking to them. What exactly were you telling them?
No, before the game, I told them about a certain situation, and then it happened. So I was reminding them that this is what I was telling you.
Okay, enti from Palmas so Nations FC coach no and I says good sir Nations say to me PK that 3 points no at the free team from say media man say league actually no more and da estro na Tanko Ibrahim on so and or the media team no by into one also.
I think after the first goal, definitely we allowed them to take every ball, second balls, all the second balls they won. So, and the pressure was too high, and I don't know why, but I mean, this is a game. Anyhow, you are going to lose a game, but I think here is very painful. Okay,
and I say painful defeat, and Omunya because I'm gonna share first goal, but after first goal, now say the team no could die, and team from the nations, it take you over Amonsono. Every need game. The media medic can 43. Adriana Tosumi and 36. House of Tosumi and 36. Babiani Grossa has a Tosu 936. Asante Kotoko. Amotosunum 35. Samatex. Atosun 35. Pound out of Lawn 30. And Karela Tosu 28. Nations Tosu 27. Dreams Tosu do 26. Young Apostles Tosu do Bako 26. Bechem Tosu do Mienu 26. Holy Star Tosu do me and 26. All Stars Etosu do 924. Vision Etosu Edunum 24. And our relegation Bonkanum Brekum Charles 16th. Amo 23. Hohoi Etosu Edunson 20. And 11 wonders. Omni Chato Kai say them say Ombubia Bumbi Omonso award 9 points. Amudi Chato award the Ghana Premier League after Monday 21. Ayala. Insurance and with the result a told you na yemfa and twas.
Answer na me results no any Ghana Premier League no analysis no ebeban. You a very very important exercise we here.
And pay
our program no so enne. Obeka ya in your run up to the discussion on sports fund. And honorable minister say or person or champion ne mane bano na ye di nkomo about the essence of the entire was say yenya foto bi e de eto ho ema ye sports no na ye raise examples about omo a nyankopon aye o madum na through sports omo so afine omo fit na ye link sports to human development no. We told the story of yes, Sister Janet Amponsa, now your attention has been drawn. It's a yenyaba Janet Amponsa. I say in a narration of the story, no, there were some words via UCR.
Okay.
Rich, we are serious away. So even if all come want some, now in the Pakona, all can some in the fan of Ejitum say, look. In Sembia, West Bia Mu Yusu Yeno, and then me and City Walla. And then you do the right thing.
Sure.
In Tianope, you say you take your opportunity on this same show. Na you retracted those words. Na you dear chop a modu. The Maya Sanka say sister Janet Amponsan said, and your boy payo, we don't sit here to run people, to run people down. And I said, you better that can be beer. A bit diminu be and I say be good in Derby. The purpose of the narration of the story was to encourage sports fans to come and send a bear or British or known for so unya was sports mono, a bear encourage others in tears. In our narration near Juma and see a tian and also a coin so Nanani and Joma if you are coming retracted those words, your manner apology more do na yakasa ABNC ABM. Rich no.
Great.
I watch Nations in the media game. Now, many coach Ibrahim Tanko Yajin. After media ma share first goal. Rich, I didn't see where a break it down as a team for Nations to take control. But because I watched the game, Rich, in my deep analytic mind, I did about what the American say. The pitch is up. And Nations in Wobo. Rich, you don't lose concentration at all. And idea about what our Brankese a complacency. And the two media man. After getting the first goal, they thought they were home and dry. They lost concentration. they became complacent. Rich, they'd gone 17 games. Obianshe Omo. And almost have first goal. So they thought, oh, we are flying. Yeah, co. I'm with you, nations for nothing. And I think that Abranti Agogo, ball with Mupa still. Ball Agogo Mupa. Or surprising me. I've watched him this season being very good. But against Midiama is the test. And Agogo rose to the test bar. Because of MPP primacy, no opportunity and Shokotoko game. No. Barrich, from Omo Koye, any Omo account of their toe, Kotoko Pando, no, you could clearly see Heart of Lions deserves also winning. What's your coach? Is it too? He doesn't even see where the knock came from. And mintie any Kotoko person say, Yakoya and results na. You could clearly see Kotoko were beaten.
I saw her preparation on me or training grounds. Any result na entirely.
Do you think say they lost focus kakra? And that they are thinking about Adriana in the FA Cup and probably the game against Asofok. Misana Mihuno.
Samu.
Yeah, for Kotoko to say Yako Lusu game and Yakra, I said again Subri, we didn't see where it came from. It means you lost focus.
Is it not because Lions with the last 5 games almost a result number?
And never more lose focus.
No. And
never more lose focus. So you think say there are more important games to play. Who are in the FA Cup, or House of Football, or Baba Sports Stadium, and against Lions are Unu Mukakusha or Morrison form yet. And you've lost focus on that particular game. Then boom, you are blown away. So what that sorry? You don't in your preparation to play league, Rich games people who yanchi game be. And I think said they are told they should just wake up. No moon fine and so Romanim no almost ember back. Me and then was our sentiments. Oh no, Nanyamo. Namiaduma had the opportunity to watch the game. Tactically, Bechem were very good. Defensively, Omama has spaces be brave. And Rich, I have broken record cry. Say, has on. They don't have game changers in terms of almost strikers. It's not a game changer. Why also last time we resume a FIFA on when they did that, they didn't come on and that they don't even see why you as a starter.
He's a super sub.
Your game changer can be a super sub. And today on free bench by Amfane, you must gradually get him into the starting lineup. By Amfa, and me who say has I go back to sa normal they can pass. Some folders agumu, but a sad day ni bina. They are not finding their clinical self. No, then they can't win against him. Your friend, Bechem. I think that media matter for them. Ana my opportunity for more person close Gabano. Say close, but only baby and Ghost Stars were able to and last minute. And Mutim shares one goal against Swedo or Blacks. Omotimi Enya Winity. Media man lost early. Throughout the week, but Rich, or share results in the course now.
I'm very happy.
Yes, I'm very so. And now we make coffee now. Masa,
Coffee. 21. Ghana Premier League.
Rich. Nations FC game no Mushewa Brankesedo. I think the best player, Nipa Oman Nations FC gets that foothold of Sam midfield was Ivan Safu. He was a one very short or a fake Accra midfielder, or the stature of Thiago Alcantara. Things on no nation 8 and 6, and they were playing 2 midfield. It's on no Kobapa. Very, very good on the ball. Solid player. I think the Fatilo Munari. When I watched him, many events I had Juma play at Ken Faisal under Coach Nuruddin. But again, under Coach Nuruddin, player like that, be mobile, because when you work out, he doesn't cover too much ground. But I think the Evans' job as technical ability and also the job he does without the ball has evolved. I don't mind saying I'll sing only his praises because I think it was fantastic the whole week. And this weekend I watch a lot of Ghana Premier League matches, but no midfielder this weekend in the Ghana Premier League was as good as Evan Safu.
Okay. Midfielder from Nations. I thought it was him. Genuinely, I thought until the Evans guy. Anytime I come and catch my eye than
Evans is solid. Now we're Chini. What the players go through is not easy. Evans has gone through Karela. Those days, na Karela wa Brian Casino. Wa boxa Karela ro. Abe booking Faisal. All through, I don't even know where he was until he came to Nations FC. But he was brilliant, and I think that for me, he's just one player. Minutes Kakari Amam, and I just wanted to sing his praise. I think it was fantastic this weekend with Ghana Premier League. And he changed the game for Nations FC. Yeah.
Could I was calling a surprise?
Which best make a go to say because I'll call for Freddie say carry Zito's head, and maybe it's too early. To them, I mean, you go super clash anyway. Why? Recuse me from talking about Kotoko this weekend.
Okay.
Why? Now the Yembo super clash anyway. Okay. Because Ayala man is too simple. Ayala said they should go and wash their face and come back again. Me, I don't think so.
No, na maybe. Sakura ti we ko pando. Na bashu you for the mountain show tria.
Which news
is a result as he did the pump coach.
A worrying result.
I know, but
but I didn't say so. Omunko room saying it is simple. I've already told you. They just lost focus. It's as if they are thinking about other games and not this one. And you don't play league like that. Makacho said, Omukobo game no. They took Lions in uniform. They'd won or not Kotokase.
But say Samson I could Lions and
that is any results no.
Because how much need at least like a draw? Yes, Pando is tough.
No, but you fought
exactly, but at least get a
draw. Send your result in the last 5 games.
But matches will be now. Matches will be now Oceana Unya draw. You really show that
exactly.
You can go for it.
Exactly.
For me, honestly,
yeah. You don't say Utim not sorry because Washabasake Ofie. But say if Kotoko really wanted their confidence to face Ediana and Haas, it should have been a resource statement against Pando out of Lions. Pando, then you know say you are ready. But I don't know moment Kotoko lose focus. Me say me be unfortunate than to say Kotoko lost focus.
Yeah.
3-1.
Then never more game on game no into game for what? But the other way,
Opa, I don't know how close you are to some of the Kotoko officials. You watch their social media appearance, and it's as if the Heart of Lions game didn't even happen.
Yeah, the complete 10 of focus.
That is what I'm telling you. And I come focus so baby. They think that there are some 2 games we are ever. And we here and see, even the Lions lost. No, I see her looking for to change.
Let's focus on
Hannah
game.
Yes, Hannah attention. And good for them. 2 games here happen.
Okay, eventually, right now, interest insurance for Pamcho. Yabasia.
Amuzu garlic bitters, Mamoja dear fruit. Discount.
In the process, maybe I'll say promo code ADN. No about Nhyira FM Ashaw, a basa automatically no. Yeah, chow £5 and €5, and we are more Europe. So America and Canada, yeah, chow $10 for free. Oh, send this council, yento tap send it here, no fee.
Hey, Neja say Kayo. Tap send. No.
Yeah, Ojo. What's on this channel? Okay, any I'm checking my sound from. Kaish, a soon tap send party Jack. Mama, we are saying can you? Hey, remember that?
Offer, patch my man friend.
You know what when you say?
Masuya yes, Nana.
Not there.
Say baby, I'm to me, and I'm offer sending me scan. I didn't count what the see will be sending a discount. Oh, you're the buy and so I'm equally. I won't send me brave. I feel quite a move with some transaction or order.
Debbie. And catch you offer say on download tap send. So download the tap sender or send this camera wire. About to mobile money and our bank account simple.
Tap send.
Yeah, tap send. Now okay, tap send it here. If you see a fan baby ubia, so what Europe and America, Canada. So kura Android, so kuta iPhone, and once we download the app na 2 phones. In the process, maybe I'll say promo code ADN. No about Nhyira FM Ashaw, a basa automatically no. Yeah, chow £5 and €5, and we are more Europe. So America and Canada, yeah, chow $10 for free. Oh, send this council, yento tap send it here, no fee.
Hey, they just say okay yo. Tap send. No.
Yeah, Ojo. What's on this channel? Okay, any I'm checking my sound from. Kaish, soon tap send party Jack. Mama we are saying can you? Hey, remember that?
Ofa, pacha mama friend.
You know what when you say?
Masoya yeshiro nana.
Not there.
Se baby ameti ye to me. And I me wo fa send miska. Din kan wo de kosi wo bisu ni pa kura discount. You de ba yen so ami ko yi a e ho sem bebre. Afi kwa
Betway see enkai obia say the number 1 betting company e wo wi say obi anim. Enya afi no obia beka abibufobia e de akire Betway de e ba yen ne. They've been number 1 since Obia no obi omunya problem da. They have the best interface, the best products. Edema obia we interested in betting. So we win akese, we win na yetua. Bibia for betting we be yesumu to biano. Betway ene de ba e na foforo. Esua na de omudi aba obi ntimi nsia e bet influencer no. Betway say, wo Betway platform this morning je. O show bet. O uni code na wo bet ni share na foforo emfa code no enso so entwa bet. So we share now for the code neutral beta 4% of our music community bet no wa code no audience e audia omudi ade we buy there obi antimi nya bio because ade no omunko na metimi e this ade we am enti exclusively on Betway and a bet influencer no e wo ho be so uni 18 years bet in the can na we wani every na we 18 years there and na mra no ma hokwan ma wotimi twa bet ne bi na wotimi edi kama e wo ho na mum so wo bet ya na wa bet responsibly. Betway, I must get way more rich. When we say weekend way now, so means already House of Folk can be given the beer. On my best there was a presentation from Unilever International Red Zona, Beauty Glow, Afa Ghana goalkeeper, and the House of Folk captain Benjamin Asare as Omo brand ambassador. Enti ye ka reason asem na ye show bi enkwa so nkotobia eno man kesa kese omo ye edema ye was fatality
and can sabi wa umpe adware no 3 days you do gun you are sorted.
What is it bro?
And you ready no.
Oh yeah, so umpa dey you go down
and you men no so dey go na
obo aso wo dware kwa
and your grand we dware no. Okay, Jam, so you start with any other cash there now for Yemfa and Cranny and Fanso. In fact, any other cash on kind, but you show on two that there be other cash eating and then other cash a birthday, that cash. Happy birthday to you, bro. Yamin Shaupa, Yamin Shau non Koswa, and Yaukase. In fact, the other Kuma Subia and ne or the two Arabian Onyanina. And from Mount na omo hoden ayesoko happy birthday to you that the cash man wo aye enkranyam show. Then second one no aye Ellie aye oba na ene Ellie enya 8 years Ellie opapa I friends Gaxon Auku wo aye Rochester US of A I say you show happy birthday nyam show onye okese na onso oman meye penimpa na ebusuane omani nina enya oso eye emfaso na Salasi enso anya 3 years happy birthday to you Salasi onso nyaminsha opa US Salasi 3 years mundina no o papa ene eye Gaxon Auku ose nyamisho onso happy birthday nyaminsha na onye okese ete for information
madam for Tofik Madugu
Ahmed
Tofik kaya obakaya those days na salabi ono ordinam
Abraham okay
maybe because Tofik
engineer say salabi enya na monye
oko UK and Tofik happy birthday we say they are oti enka nyankopon hia na onye wakoma so
happy birthday Tofik nyamisha but Tofik UK no so na no betumi de nam namba omunkunu anom fam
ye Obama so ko US
Obama so akoti
Obama media ma so akoti
is it do e be nya na mo
ya ko dry sa
asefo fam nsia na yankofa adom kase no mbremo ya ba ya ayema bene wa ana Lady Gold ni timi ni na etra se
Lady Gold say o say etai o say etai Lady Gold
is it yes supposed be in the wa
you fufu date bi e kwem won nti me say wa tie for na don for what say Lady Gold was supposed to so ya di fufu bi so it yes ra wa ya no
nti oni ma bi no mu nyina na set ayeba no mo de